Put that shit away.
Okay, I'll put it away. No, I've been playing a lot of the game I'm going to talk about tonight.
Wonderful. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. It's a
Tomodachi
pretty
Life?
good week. It's been a pretty good week.
Nah.
Been a pretty good week. Okay. Speaking of which, before we start recording, what order do we want to go in tonight? Because we got three
Crimson
big games
Desert
to
is
talk
the one
It insists upon itself.
Yeah, that's the one that
Who here has actually played it?
That's the game of the week.
I've played 18 hours.
Yeah, I'm like 16 hours or something like
So
that.
I want to hear about this for sure because my head down been playing.
Oh,
but
Crimson Desert.
We're the Fetal Farm podcast. Like, shouldn't we open with that?
No.
Honestly, no.
Fetal Farm?
That was a weird thing to say.
Chat called that.
All right, I do have icebreaker questions. Oh, we had so somebody in chat recommended a name for the icebreaker questions.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, someone was like conversation lubricant.
Dick slickers?
Conversation lubricant.
Energizers.
I think we should call them Dick Slickers.
Dick Slickers.
Dick Slickers has more of a ring to it. I can't lie about that.
Let's see.
Get all our dicks all nice and slick.
Conversation lubrications. KY conversations. That came
That's
up.
Brand name.
KY.
Yeah, maybe we can't.
Like the
Astro.
Yeah, we're gonna lose out of all that sponsorship money if we do KY.
Yeah.
Yep, Astroglide.
We are not being paid to say that, but we would love to be.
I could change the podcast intro to be like, you'll never hear an ad on this podcast unless it's for Astroglide, and then just like blow into a fucking
blue chewing the fat. Blue chewing.
That's not.
There's something there. There's something.
There is something there. Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to record. In fact, I am recording. So
I've been recording for 4 minutes. Do you want me to?
Okay, you should restart that.
Okay,
I am recording.
Just to make it easier on me later.
For 33 hours.
33 hours. All right, you recording, Chris Davis?
Yes.
All right. Then
you didn't ask me if I'm recording, Nick.
Well, too close.
That's because I'm trying not to make you feel like you're being called out. Which
what do you mean too close? Am I too close?
Your mic is real loud all of a sudden.
Okay, how about now?
A little bit.
It could be Discord. Could be Discord. Hang on.
How about now? How about now?
No, that's better. That's better. No, now you're too low. What happened?
How about now? How about now? How about now?
Good.
How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now?
Fuck.
Is your head always going to be in that position?
How about now?
Move your head to the most natural position.
How about now? How about now? How about now? It is. I'm just adjusting a slider in.
Okay,
it sounds. You sound good right now.
How about now? How about now?
Good.
You sound great.
Hello,
all right.
Hello.
How about great? He sounds.
Come in with the milk. Come in with the milk. Come in with the milk.
What? Okay. All right.
The fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie about Howard Hughes.
Give us
like
a
when he's going
Christ.
When he's going
Jets of the Future.
Again. No. What's
the Aviator.
The Aviator.
Yeah. No,
and
he
then,
had the line.
later on, yeah, when he's like going crazy and he's like talking about how like the servant has to come in with the milk over his like right shoulder, lay it down, then they have to take like the urine jars and take them out of the room, and he just like he starts like ticking on the line. He's like, "Come in with the milk. Come in with the milk." Like
Howard Hughes. That's Henry. Fucking Henry. Did I tell you all last week? He chose Henry.
Oh my god! Everybody's restart your recordings.
Wait, why?
This is ridiculous.
Oh, I wasn't recording. Hell yeah!
All right. Starting right now, everybody should be recording.
Hey, I'm recording.
I am recording.
Can we? Can I get this podcast off the ground?
No.
Sure.
All right. Roll call for the podcast. Segment 1 starts now. Brad.
Roll call.
Crispy.
Shibuya roll call.
Chris Davis.
This is a roll call for the podcast.
You were a little quiet, Crispy. You may want to turn your writing up just a hair.
Well, how about okay? If I talk at this level,
yeah, that's fine.
Better.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna goose it just a little. We'll goose it.
There you go.
Hello.
All right, start the podcast.
All right. Hey everybody, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 869. It
Nice.
is. Thank you. March 26th, 2026. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined as always by Brad Simons. Brad Simons.
Hey.
Oh, I actually didn't hear a response. So if you did say something, Discord fucked us.
He didn't.
Oh,
okay.
I actually hit my mic as soon as I said that, and I wonder if like it tried to like mute the sound in Discord, like the.
That's possible.
Yes.
Well, I'll find out one way or another when I'm editing this. Anyways, Crispy's joining us tonight. Hello, Crispy.
Off to a perfect start.
Perfect, smooth as butter. And Christopher Davis. Hello, Chris Davis.
Good evening. How are you?
Like a slick
pretty well.
dick. Like a slick dick.
A real slick dicker.
Yeah.
Is that a term we're really maybe possibly going to use?
Did I tell y'all about?
I'm not gonna leave it on the table. I'll use it if you don't.
Hang on. Did I tell you about Henry's school thing where he has to pick a historical figure? Did I talk about that
no,
last week?
No.
Howard Hughes.
No. Well, I was gonna say Howard Hughes probably would have been pretty fun, but no, he chose Henry Ford. I think because his name was Henry, and he wanted to be a Henry. I don't
So he gets to
know.
learn about what a.
But like,
fucking
I looked up
monster-
pictures of Henry Ford. And he's certainly not doing anything interesting visually. That's a pretty boring looking man in a suit. But I guess all historical figures wore suits. So I don't know.
It took a long time to take pictures back then.
We need to.
Yeah. Got it.
They thinking of making like a cardboard Tin Lizzie he can wear, like a Model T, he can wear. I don't know.
That's kind.
I'm just so annoyed he picked Henry Ford because his name was Henry.
What grade is Henry in?
Second.
So how deep into like Henry Ford's anti-Semitism are you gonna
I
go?
mean, look, honestly, all of these people are problematic. You know who he wanted to be at? You know who he wanted to be at first when we asked him? He said Martin Luther King Jr. And I was like, you can't be Martin Luther King Jr. You just can't.
Because
you're gonna have to pick someone else.
Because they had to dress up like them?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a school thing where kids are going to be dressed up as their characters, and
yeah,
like
that was a good call. That was a good call.
Like, you can't be MLK, but you know,
his heart was in the right place, but
Let's try it.
Yeah. Children are not born with prejudice in their heart.
No. But he knows about prejudice. He learned about Martin Luther King Jr. and
I have a dream.
Yeah.
Okay, but did he learn about Selma and the fucking letter from
man, sure, dude.
from the jail?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked.
And he learned about the dangers of the white liberal, right?
Yeah, especially that.
There is no greater enemy to the black American than the white liberal.
Man, I don't know what's going on in this podcast. This is out of control, guys. Y'all should have heard the trailer talk. We talked about so many things. We had an actually surprisingly long conversation about Bluey during
it was mostly just screaming.
Was that a conversation, or was that just like a fucking fight?
Yeah. I guess you might consider that a fight. But it was great. But yeah. Anyways, welcome to the show.
My argument was just that as an adult, maybe Crispy shouldn't still be watching Bluey. That was my argument, and he was disagreeing with me.
Brad Simons is a fucking liar, okay? I'm taking him to court finally after all these years. His lies will not stand. I was the one talking about Bluey adults. Brad Simons put a Bluey trailer in Trailer Talk. I said, what are we doing? We're wasting our time. Skip to the next trailer, especially since we had to watch the Ryuga Gotoku trailer like 10,000 times because we were talking about that game. But no, let's jump ahead to the Bluey trailer because Brad Simons is a Bluey adult.
All right, well said. All right, move it.
It's okay. You can watch it. You can watch it.
Guys, we've got a good show tonight because we got some exciting games to talk about. We're gonna finally talk about Crimson Desert. We're gonna talk about Fatal Frame 2 Remake. We're gonna talk about Monster Hunter Stories 3, which Brad actually plans to play a bunch of, even with the existence of Slay the Spire 2. So
like
we've got a lot of stuff.
A lot.
Good. I'm looking forward to talking about all of these games tonight. But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody our Game of the Year content, which we've been talking about since January, is up. It is done. Chris Davis, thank you very much. I know we're a little bit late this year, guys. We
survived another year.
Y'all see the AI comments?
Just another 8 months until Game of the Year again.
there's a couple of comments going like, good job, Mr. Simons. I think because he put like my full name in the title. Two different comments were eerily similar, and they both called me Mr. Simons.
That was Nick entirely. He made all the overlays.
The internet is so bad, right? Like it's all just so bad now. Right?
It's getting pretty bad out there, getting pretty gross.
But why are the bots even on my video? Like, who cares? It doesn't have enough views. It's like an hour and a half.
It's a huge video.
Is that what it is?
It's a huge video, Brad.
Brad's video is.
We had to break it up a little bit.
Yeah. Brad's. I heard about that. Brad's.
He heard about it. He didn't watch.
Dude, I've had.
I heard about it. I'm from the comments.
Great list, Mr. Simons. But yeah, our videos are out. So we did decide to do our Game of the Year content right in the midst of a rebrand. So I'm just going to go ahead and attribute it to that. We'll try and get a little quicker next year, but it's out there. So if you want some recommendations for some games to play, maybe some of the best games from 2025, go out there. You'll find our videos. They're also available on 4playernetwork.com. You can find our full 2025 year in review, which is our top 10 list as determined by the staff lists and the community voting that we did. So we have a kind of a site-wide list you can find on 4playernetwork.com. So check that out.
Not to put you on blast, but did you update that to reflect that Ed changed his list?
Yes, I did.
I changed mine maybe as well.
I told you specifically not to, but you probably did anyways, and I knew
well,
that was
I don't know. I actually don't
happen.
know. I don't know. I don't remember what I put on my list that I told you originally.
There were some surprising omissions, but don't worry, I got you covered, Brad.
I hate all of you.
It was a tier list. I mean, a tier list is very vibes based, right? You're kind of like sorting as you think about it.
Which is why I specifically told you if you were going to do that, that's fine. Just make sure the last 10 games you talk about reflect your actual top 10, but you clearly didn't do that. The point is, Brad gave me a list.
It's ordered.
Brad gave me a list of his top 10 games, and that's what I used to determine our year in review, and I'm not changing it. It's too late, even if his video is different.
I don't think you have to. I think that's
I don't think I'd have to.
I mean, like my top 5 are still the same, right? And but same order, so like it's not really going to affect things much.
If it's the same order, then it's fine. The point is, whatever. Either way, it's a good list. It's a good, solid list that I think we can all be proud of. Go check it out
someday. You should watch it now.
I'm going. I have all of them queued up in my YouTube. I haven't watched anything this week. I didn't even watch the fucking Xbox thing today, and I knew that was happening. It's been a bit of a week.
But you still watched some Law and Order. Didn't you?
No, I didn't watch. There's no Law and Order left for me to watch.
That's the realest thing you've ever said, Nick.
Yeah, it's pretty factual. All right. And anyways, I do have an icebreaker question for
the dick slicking. The dick slicking.
Oh, dick slickers, let's go.
We're gonna. Oh no. I got some dick slicker questions. I can't believe that's not what we're gonna call this.
I like it, man. It's the show's pre-cum. Let's go.
No!
Okay, no.
This is getting a little raunchy. All right. So first of all, guys, we're taking questions from our supporters on Patreon and Twitch every week. You can go leave a question at any time. There's a form set up in Google. The link's in the Twitch supporters channel and Discord. There's also a post pinned in our Patreon feed where you can find a link to that post at all times, and you can leave your questions there. Our first question this week comes from Wardog9000 from Vancouver, Canada, who is currently playing Dark Souls 1.
Whoa.
And I have this question queued up, and I want to preface this by saying this doesn't seem like an answer. This doesn't seem like a question y'all are going to be able to answer very easily, but I could be wrong. But I'm going to ask it anyways. It feels like it's a reference to a kind of a running joke that I feel like hasn't been much of a running joke in quite a while. But anyways, what is your favorite game that is quote unquote on Nick's shelf, but something he has never played? The problem is, I don't think you'll know what's on my shelf.
Well, spiritually we do. Spiritually. Lots of Japanese games,
Yeah.
I mean, The thing is, I've gotten so much better over the years at
Getting
not
rid of
buying
the
things.
Japanese trash.
Yes, that's
the
what I'm trying
entirety
to
of
say.
of the Neo series.
Damn,
Uh,
that's a real one, man. You got Neo 2
Yes,
sitting over
I'll
there?
do it.
I got Neo
Valkyria
2.
Chronicle
Oh,
games.
You motherfucker.
that's Neo 2 is
Valkyria
on my
Chronicles
shelf.
4? Do you have that?
I do
Valkyria
have that. I do have that.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe I
Yeah,
haven't
please-
gotten any better at this.
You played Valkyria Chronicles 4? Really?
No. I've only played
Buddy.
Valkyria Chronicles.
Dude, I
Wait,
thought about buying
Wait.
that again the other day when it
It's
was on
good.
sale.
It's good.
guys, I think I played Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Oh,
I don't think I finished it.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure I did.
It's-
Because there was the first one and then the 2 on the PSP or mobile.
Yeah, PSP.
Right?
Remember at
And then
E3
4.
when they were showing that game off and they
Yes.
were giving away that hat with the dog and like
I still
people were
got
just
my hat.
Still got
fucking
it.
losing it.
And
I
those
did play-
assholes
I-
probably didn't even buy the game.
I did play Valkyria Chronicles 4. I didn't finish it, but I did play it. So that does not count. But I do think Neo 2 is a great answer. Also, I think I managed to finally trade it in, but Rise of the Ronin was a game I had for quite a while.
All
that
of Team Ninja's catalog.
I mean, that's not fair because I did play Neo 1 and I love that game. I
Marathon,
beat that game.
Marathon. I know it's on Nick's shelf. I can see it. He booted
Whoa.
it up. He played like 3 hours and then never played
Whoa.
it again. And that game's so sick.
It is sick.
mean,
And first of all,
though.
Crispy, we had this conversation last week, and I thought you told me that the thing that was happening over this past weekend, I was not even leveled or prepared enough to actually participate in.
I know. I wasn't either, but I did it anyway, and it was very fun.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
No,
I
well,
thought it was just...
it's not about level. It's just about we just would have had to get you a little bit of gear, which we totally could have done. But like, it was.
In my
I'll talk
defense-
about I'll talk about it for my 4-player minute. But
All right. But in my defense, Crimson Desert is out, and we're going to talk about that. And Sonji in chat is bringing up Baldur's Gate 3, and that's not fair either because I did play about 60 to 70 hours of Baldur's Gate 3, so I certainly didn't play none of it.
You're tacking
I-
on tens of hours. I want.
No,
can we get a
I'm not.
fact check on that?
On
Someone
all
check
it?
his Steam profile. I want to know.
Somebody check my Steam profile, find out how many hours it says I've played Baldur's Gate 3.
No. He just leaves it running. He just.
I don't, you bitch. I
But
never do.
you have to admit you do you slow play games more than the average person.
Define slow play.
I mean, it takes you like 30% longer on average to finish a game. I think.
Oh,
than the
you're calling me slow. I mean,
Well, not you, just
Yeah.
your gameplay. I'm even worse, especially when it comes to 70.1.
see,
There
I
you go.
told you. Thank you, Tack.
You
for coming
played
to my
70
defense.
hours of that game and then just
Yes.
went up and decided I'm never going to touch that ever again.
But I love that game so much, I never uninstalled it. It's still
Yeah, are
installed
you
in my
happy
system.
now,
It's
Brad?
still installed.
Are you
That's
happy
the
now with the
2026.
truth?
That's the 2026. It's on my shelf because he's moving away from physical. It's still installed. It's still installed.
You know what else is still installed on my
Can we get
PlayStation?
an install size on that one, guys? Chat.
What's the Vanillaware game that Chris Davis loves?
You better be.
Chris Davis
13
loves
Sentinels?
you, stupid fuck.
Yes, 13 Sentinels is still installed on my PS5.
You
Wait,
son of
what?
a bitch!
That's a good one though. That's a good game that I haven't played that I do want to play.
I
Chris,
fucking
that
expected
game-
better of you.
I've been playing Vanillaware games since fucking Princess Crown, and this motherfucker, one of those games has fucking mechs in it, and all of a sudden it's a Chris Davis thing.
Because
Yeah.
Chris Davis talked about it more. That's all I'm saying.
No, that
Yeah.
is horseshit. I showed that game on
No.
multiple trailer talks back when trailer talk was exclusively a Brad thing almost, and
Brad.
constantly.
please let
I would show
me
that
point
game.
out. Let me point out that saying that it's a Chris Davis game does not mean it's not also a Brad game.
No,
This
but it
shit
is a
happened.
Chris Davis
Well,
game.
I mean,
It is
you pretty much called it a Chris Davis game. I didn't exist in that moment. when
I
you
mean,
said
I
that.
associate it with Chris Davis because
It's so
that
bad
was-
that even Unicorn Overlord started to become a Chris Davis game, which is absurd because it's a tactics homage to Ogre Battle.
man,
You know,
One
I
game
love
had
this.
mechs in it, and all of a sudden he's the fucking Vanillaware guy.
this is why I love this
deal with
podcast.
it. This
No,
motherfucker
no.
probably
He
hasn't even
didn't
played
say-
Dragon's Crown.
he didn't say that Chris Davis is a Vanillaware guy. He said, "What's that one Vanillaware game that Chris Davis likes?" And we all knew what he was talking about.
It was on my
See?
top 10 list again that year. You see what
That's
happens
fair.
is he
That's
poop
fine,
socks games
Brad.
and finishes
That's
them
fine.
first.
You
and
need
it's
to
not
you
fair.
need to be okay with games belonging to other people sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
And those can belong to me.
Unicorn. If I was talking about Unicorn Overlord, I probably would have said
This
Brad.
motherfucker, does he even play visual novels? Did you play 1,000 times Resist? What the fuck
I
other
installed it.
games in this genre are you playing, Chris
I
Davis?
installed it.
I'm talking to Chris
game.
Davis, first of all. And second
I
of all,
don't
shame
play
on you.
visual novels very often, but I play
Brad
visual
Simon's
novels.
Keeper of the Gate.
What visual novels have you played? No,
This is the
I think we
gatekeeping
should
episode.
relitigate 13.
Litigate.
I finished
yeah,
that. I
we're
finished
gonna
that shit.
renegotiate custody.
Yes, yes. At least shared
This is-
custody. What the fuck?
I mean,
This is fantastic.
Can I get it on the weekends?
When you prove that you can take care of it, Brad.
Okay.
I want to see 13 Sentinels alimony money first.
Okay.
Odin's
We're
Sphere- Okay, so go ahead.
this. First of all,
Is this still
This
the dick
is-
slicker?
Yeah.
I think we've answered. I think we've
We're still
sufficiently answered
slicking
the
up that
question.
dick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push adamantly against the Dick Slicker naming,
You're welcome to try, Nick.
but we'll see if that sticks. But we'll have another Dick Slicker question in the second segment.
Nick
Oh
thinks
my
that the dick
God.
slicker term sucks.
He
Ugh.
loves it. He just doesn't want to admit to himself that he does.
I mean, if y'all embrace it, I'll embrace it.
He's a
it's
closeted
just-
fan of dick slicking.
I mean,
think
it's-
your best bet is to embrace it and hope that the rest of us then think it's uncool because you are using
I
it.
mean, it's a bit churlish. You know what I mean?
Churlish?
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 It's a bit
true.
That's the word you go with?
It's true.
Okay, Okay, we got games to talk about. Let's get on with this shit. Let's talk about fucking Crimson
Are we
Desert.
starting with the AI slop?
Yes, we're starting with. Okay, first of all, you just had like
It's
you didn't even play the
it's
game.
so fun. I don't know who it was in Discord, but it's so funny how someone goes, Nick likes another problematic game, and I'm like, wait, what happened this time? They're like, oh, AI. Oh shit.
There,
That's
I'm never. This is why I can't win. I literally can't win.
Man, you
But
win.
look,
You're
hey.
playing Crimson Desert.
But look. I mean, here at the end of the day, if you want to single out Crimson Desert for using AI, that's totally fine. I get it. I think everybody should be singled out for using AI, but at this point, the future, every game development studio in some capacity is going to be using AI for something. So eventually, every game is going to be AI slop.
Well,
Eric
hang on.
Woolpaw.
And I'm not saying that's a good thing or that
It's
justifies it.
It's worth mentioning that maybe that's not true. I mean, Sora just fucking shit the bed this week. So
I mean,
fuck
the
yeah,
bubble is starting
it
to pop.
could. We could
Dude.
maybe they're gonna.
So on Eric Woolpaw, he was the writer on Portal 1 and 2 and was a writer on Psychonauts. Some would argue one of the funniest writers in video games.
Yes.
Is there a documentary I can watch to learn more about him?
He was in the documentary.
Preferably one that's 40 hours long.
He was on an episode of MinMax last week where it just came up because they were talking about GDC and he started talking and he works at Valve still now currently, and he started talking about how him and like a few people at the office have been experimenting with AI. And let me tell you, in this conversation, he said, "This is not a Valve thing. It's not a Valve thing. It's not a Valve thing. No, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not a Valve thing. It's not a Valve thing. Don't. This is not an overall Valve thing. It's just something I'm fucking around with it." He said it so many times. It was very obvious that he was very scared what might happen for him even
then
bringing up the
the
topic on the
headline.
podcast. And sure enough, there's articles out there going, fucking Eric Woolpaw and Valve, getting into AI and shit.
There's no getting
Man.
away from it once it comes up.
Oh man. But you know
Okay.
what? Like,
But
he's like, it's Rain,
I
rein
don't
it
want
back
the
in.
conversation around Crimson Desert
No,
to be
I know.
focused on the AI
It's a
because
different conversation. Yeah. So Crimson Desert.
Well,
But,
should
I
we
mean-
at least contextualize what the AI was? Because all I saw,
yes,
I don't want to downplay, but what I saw was that it was like paintings. They had like used AI paintings for set piece
Like-
stuff,
for
Yeah.
decorative things and like
Right.
environments.
which
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so
It sucks. It all sucks, and they should be ashamed. But
I'm surprised this whole game wasn't made with AI.
I mean, it's the kind of thing. Like it is the kind of thing. Like when you look at the scope of the game, you could see why they might use it for something like that.
Mm.
Can I say, and I'm not trying to like offend the developer or anything, but like this,
Yeah.
it's the least surprising thing I heard, given that this is like a MMO Korean MMO developer. To
Mhm.
hear that, oh, they're messing around with AI is not like I'm not like shocked. I don't know what that means, but like,
I mean, I think
they're
people have a tendency to, when somebody says there's AI in this or that, which is happening everywhere, which is really sad, but like the assumption is, well, some people will just take that, glob onto it, and be like, "Oh, they made this whole thing with AI," and
well, no
that's
one
not
thinks
the
that
case in
surely,
most
but
cases.
I'm sure
Um,
there's some dumb
I
people
just
who
think
maybe
people
think
kind of
that, but
conflate the two, and then they get. I mean, it's going to be hard to avoid going forward. And as much as I hate that, that's just the reality. But anyways, again, I don't want the conversation around Crimson Desert tonight
yeah.
to be entirely
So
solely
so so
focused
let me ask to
on
get
that.
back on topic. How handcrafted does Crimson Desert feel?
Uh,
Okay,
I don't know how to answer that because in some regards it feels like no human hand touched this game, and in other regards it feels like one person's first game was
Yeah,
this, and
dude.
like they
Fuck
just went
yeah, dude.
crazy. And like I don't know, man. It's insanely weird. This game is so
I
weird.
know, but
It's
that's exciting. Tell me
weird.
all about it.
It is
this game is
exciting.
weird, and I'm kind of in love with it. Um,
I've gotten to that point too.
Yeah.
Kind of.
um, because it and this is a common conversation that happens very early when people start talking about this game, is that like it's 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 a compilation of just kind of like odd design choices, and but none of those design choices I think are deal breakers or things that make the game less fun. They're just things you have to be like, oh, that's weird, and then you kind of have to acclimate to it, and then when you do, it's totally fine. Like I'm at the point now where I'm playing this game and the controls don't really phase me. But
Isn't
yeah,
it
there are
funny though, like where they decide to reinvent the wheel and where they decide to just like
yeah.
steal
I've
something
seen
whole
some of
cloth
that
from
shit.
another
Like the
game? Like,
force push thing you're doing is like clicking sticks or something. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh,
here's the
oh, you
thing.
do a lot of stuff with clicking sticks, and every like every input in this game has multiple different like contextual controls mapped over it. And if you are in a situation where you could be doing one, you're probably also doing the other. I mean, like hitting square to talk to somebody, but then also like jumping at the same time, like happens all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Like,
so it has a fair amount of that, like, kind of that jank that comes along with, um with games where things are just not mapped ideally, and, like, some things feel incredibly cinematic and incredibly, like, immersive, and
oh
then you do
yeah.
something that looks funky, and you're like, "Ah, fuck." And then you just get sucked
Like
out of
you'll
it.
struggle to do something for a minute and then like you'll hit a button and he'll do like the coolest thing you've ever seen. And
Yeah.
then you'll be like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know you could do that." Like that's crazy. Like you'll just be kind of struggling in a sword fight and then you'll mash two buttons and then all of a sudden he's doing like a fucking RKO on a guy and you're like, "What?" Like
Yeah.
why am I not doing that to everybody? And then you do it to everybody and it's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
so, like but, like, the thing about this game is that, like, there are so many mechanics in this game that are all like, instead of like, in a lot of games, they would handle it by, like, you kinda have to pick and choose what you wanna use and, like, map it to a loadout or whatever, and maybe be able to switch between the loadouts, but instead, it's just kinda like everything is globbed onto the controller at all times, so it's like, if you've unlocked it, you can access it
in
pretty
retrospect
much.
too, I'm playing this game on Steam.
Yeah,
And
me too.
in retrospect, it is very funny that the first time I booted this game up, the Steam was like, "Hey, this game is best played with controller." And then you play the game and you're like it plays like a PC game that they couldn't quite figure out how to map onto a controller. Like
Yeah, that
like
is
playing the first Witcher game on a console or something. You're like,
or
"What?"
like playing
Like
Monster Hunter, right? I
yeah, a
mean,
little bit.
it's
kinda. Yeah,
like
I
there are
don't
some
know.
games out there with weird
Monster
ass
Hunter, no.
shit.
Monster Hunter has a weird control scheme. I agree, but it's one that feels thought out. And once you like do a couple hunts and you get used to what you're hitting, it gives you a greater degree of freedom and control. That's not quite how I feel about Crimson Desert's control scheme.
Mm.
No.
Like Crimson's Desert control scheme seems like they wanted to take like there's so many different mechanics, so many different ideas in the game, and in a different AAA game, a lot of those would just be contextual. But they didn't want to do that. So they made it so that you can access any of these features at any time, but you have to go through a specific like combination of button presses to do it.
You think this is their MMO origins, like creeping into a
Yeah,
game that
maybe.
they're
Yeah,
I
trying to
don't.
make a
it's possible.
single player controller game, and they're like,
Yeah,
well,
but I don't
we don't
know.
have a
Yeah.
hotbar anymore, so what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Yes, and I don't know necessarily like. I mean, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't feel like playing Final Fantasy 14 on a controller, right?
No.
Like so it's not
But
like that.
Black
Like
Desert was like an
it
action.
is an action game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it is an action game, and it does mostly make sense, and it is good after once you start like picking up the weird stank of it. Like it feels good, and you can do really cool things, and also you need some guy on YouTube to tell you like half the controls and how they work
Dude,
because the
that's
game
my
won't
favorite
do
kind of
that.
game. My favorite kind
Yeah.
of game is one where you watch YouTube videos.
Yeah,
I
but,
I
like,
have had to
basic
Google a couple
stuff,
things.
like basic stuff too, where it's like, oh hey, by the way, this ability you have has 3 completely like disconnected functions, but actually it has a 4th function that the game never tells you it has, but this guy on YouTube figured it out. You know? Or even like little stuff that like maybe they tell you at one point, but I don't know that they ever do. Like the idea that like so much of this game is based around climbing, but like you can jump and then click your right stick 3 times.
Like I'm about to do right here in this footage,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, and that will like I just found that out last night. And that will like trivialize a lot of climbing in this game. Not like in a not fun way, but in a like, oh my god, I should be getting more vertical kind of way. You
Can
know,
I
like
tell you something that I discovered last night that I think that
I had such
have
a hard time climbing the tower in like the first mission of this game, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I didn't know that the game was expecting me to know that I can just like use the force to fly up there. Like
So I do this at some point in this footage, but I I discovered this last night, and this is one of those things. Maybe Crispy, maybe you discovered this a lot earlier. I don't know,
probably
or not at
not.
all.
I probably don't know
But
what you're about to say.
there is one of the first things that you get in the game is this like lasso thing that you can like attach to things, and you can use it to like interact with them, pull them around. Um, but you can use it for various different things, whether it's puzzle solving or I think you could even use it in combat stuff. Though I haven't really done that. But
Yeah,
I just
you can
discovered
get
on a whim,
skills later to like use it to like pull people towards you and shit.
if you attach that to like the top of a tree, like a tall
Mhm.
tree, have you done that?
I've seen other people do it. I can't.
You
I haven't
reel it
made it
in,
work.
and the tree literally bends down, and then you fucking like slingshot yourself
Like a
across
fucking
the map.
cartoon.
See, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. That's the thing. I've seen people do that. I've even like I've grabbed trees and pulled them down. I don't know how to do the other part, like the
You
flank.
roll you roll the right stick until the tree is almost horizontal, and then a prompt will pop up that says X for high jump, and then you hit
What?
X, and it just flings you out.
You
Oh my
roll
But then
the
you can-
Are you
analog stick?
serious?
Yeah, but yeah, it almost feels like you're
Oh,
reeling a
oh.
fishing rod.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Uh,
that too. Nick, have you ever tamed a wild horse?
No,
Okay, don't listen to what the game tells you to do because it doesn't work. It's not that's
Dude.
not how you do it, and I don't really understand why what does work. But like
Why
The
would you-
fishing
why
in that
would-
first Nier game?
like the game makes it seem like you're supposed to reel the stick, like roll it around.
yeah.
But you don't do that. You're supposed to hold the stick down, and then you're supposed to like move the camera so that you're always looking at the horse's tail as it's like jumping around.
Weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's real weird, and it doesn't. That's
Which,
not
like
what
everything in this
That's
game.
not what the tooltip says. Like that's not what it says in
Dude,
the game.
I got distracted. Like, Robin poked her head in and asked me a
Dude,
question as I was in a
Sonji,
puzzle.
don't fucking start with me, man. That is what I did last night. I was trying to tame a horse for like 20 minutes. Didn't work. Somebody on Reddit said, hold the stick down and move the camera so that you're always looking at the horse's tail. That worked the first time. So I don't know. What are you supposed to do, Sonji? Go ahead. Please. Enlighten me.
Anyways,
Keep in mind, Sonji plays a lot
anger.
of slop.
Robin poked her head in while I was trying to solve a puzzle, and it was telling me how the puzzle works, like with a pop-up or a tooltip or something. And I turned around to answer the question. When I
No.
turned back, the tooltip was gone, and I was like, "Fuck!"
The
And I
thing,
spent like
that
15
Sonji is
minutes.
saying, the thing that Sonji is saying in Chaz, what the game says, it does not work. Does not work. He's a liar, or I
All
don't
right,
know.
so
It
To be
doesn't work.
fair, Sanji plays stuff like the first Descendant, so you know.
But
Yeah.
anyways, we're getting into the weeds of it here. I think what's really kind of incredible about this is that one, I fully expected this game to be a technical disaster. This game is kind of running beautifully for me. Like
Wait, are you playing on PS5?
I'm playing on Steam, but I actually have a
Oh.
coworker who picked it up on PS5 and said he's also having a fine time with it.
Yeah, but
So,
did he talk about the performance? Like what? How?
No,
What's
but
it
I
like
mean
on a
he's
PS5?
also
A
not.
normie?
No, I think he is a normie. He's not one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
but
I mean.
but like I thought this game was going to be unplayable. That was my genuine concern right out of the gate.
I mean,
But
that's what
it runs shockingly efficient. I haven't had any hiccups. I haven't crashed. Actually, I think I crashed once.
What are you playing?
But Steam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know who
By the way, we have 2 copies of this game in our Steam library.
You know
just
who we
FYI.
needed to get on this podcast? It's fucking Mike. Because Mike not only was very excited to play this game, but he played Black Desert and liked it. so
well,
like,
that is definitely a Mike kind of game. Like Mike,
yeah. But
sure.
he since shifted into more of these like premier open world experiences, like fucking Death Stranding and Dragon's Dogma 2, and like it's crazy that like he went from loving MMOs to like that kind of game, and this really is like marrying those two, I suppose, right?
Yeah, but it's also like the kind of game like I've bounced off of so many MMOs that like, but I'm enjoying this in a lot of the same ways that I enjoy like Red Dead, because I spend so much time just like wandering around and kind of just making decisions based on what I see with my eyes and going and exploring. And I've found hidden stuff that's cool as shit.
Is that
like,
stuff cool? That stuff's good?
Yeah, I found a
that's,
fucking
dude.
I went spelunking into a cave and found like a fucking. Then I found like a puzzle room, solved this crazy puzzle, and got like a special armor set. Like,
the game.
What
will,
does the armor do?
Punish you for not doing that shit. Like the game will punish you for mainlining the story.
But that's all I want to do is explore. I don't want to do.
Yeah, and that's what this game.
That's
what this game excels at. But like
you
this feels like the kind of game where you have to.
And then...
Yeah, that's I guess my question. This feels like the kind of game. So I want to play this game. I don't have it.
We have 2 copies.
No, my PC can't play this.
I don't know, man. You might.
GameFly. I think since we downgraded GameFly, I'm like a lesser GameFly member, and they didn't send me the fucking game. They also didn't send me fucking Pokopia when that came out. It could just be like a supply thing. Like these games were weirdly popular, but I feel like a second class GameFlyer now. Damn it.
Well, you are.
I mean, yeah, you are. You pay less money.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Damn.
Nintendo's
not giving me the promos. Oh, I wonder, are we gonna talk about that in the news? Fuck it.
Look,
Crimson Desert. I want to play this, but I don't think my PC can run this. I
didn't think my PC was gonna run it either, but
I built this PC before I had children.
Oh shit!
So like
maybe you're
over 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That might not work. I don't know. But man, there's so many. I have played this game for about 16 hours or so, and I have done quite a few like main story things, but I'm doing it primarily because I feel like I still feel like if we were to like draw that comparison to like Red Dead Redemption, I still kind of feel like I am in the snowy mountainous area at the beginning of Red Dead, where it's like the game hasn't truly started yet. Because I like, even though I'm doing a lot of cool shit and I'm doing a lot of exploring and the world is huge and like I feel like it's let me go, the story hasn't ramped up to a point where I'm like fighting crazy big dragons and doing all kinds of like really wild shit, which we've seen in the trailers. I still feel like all the stuff that I'm doing is still like super early game shit.
I think which is the game though.
No, and that's fine. I mean, I think the pacing is actually really well done, because the opening of the game is set up, and then and then you're kind of just going around recollecting
You know what I
members
heard
of
somebody
your.
say?
Hmm.
I heard someone say like, don't think of this like a Witcher game. Think of it more like a Valheim.
Valheim? Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
And that
Hmm.
is absolutely true. This is just like a simulation to run
This is a really
around and
bad jump, by the
fuck
way.
around with.
Fuck.
Yeah, but like I do that shit too, Nick, because it feels like it should be easier to do like a run and jump off a cliff and like maintain momentum, and it's kind of not, which is
Yeah.
weird. Um Also,
It gets
like
away from
the
you
flying
fast.
skills, like all the flying skills and stuff, like I went for those early. It doesn't really tell you that like what the stamina cost is, or it tells you what the stamina cost is, but it doesn't tell you how much stamina you have. And it doesn't tell you when you go to like buy the skills that like, hey, you're not going to be able to use this because you just don't have enough stamina right now. And then I tried to use a couple of these like flying skills and they just didn't work. And I didn't understand like if I was fucking up the input or what. And then I finally upgraded my stamina and then all of a sudden they work perfectly and like
Watch me die
super
here.
easy. Yeah, you
Sorry.
stupid bitch.
I
But
fucking flew into a rock.
it's so janky. It's
The,
so
doesn't
weird.
this
This
feels
is the
like
kind
the
of
kind of
game that
game
was
where I have to
made.
like where people tell you to mainline the story
No, it's
to get
not.
like this. No, like up to a certain point, because at least you'll have this, and that's going to make exploration so much better and easier.
They give you that
Well,
stuff pretty fast. Like the
that
stuff that
is
makes
true,
exploration
but yeah,
pretty.
I mean,
Okay.
it's like you're playing a game that you're not gonna like for like 10 hours,
Okay.
But like
and
even,
then
I think it really depends on the kind of games that you're into because
Like
I
an
didn't really have that
Assassin's Creed game.
experience.
or
I'm gonna
something.
guess that Brad's not gonna like the first 10
I
hours.
think you're right. Brad
Yeah.
might take a little while longer, but like for me, it instantly rang that Red Dead Redemption bell for me, and I was like, and then it started to give me Witcher vibes, and I was
That's a little
like,
crazy.
Okay. What about
I
Dragon's
mean,
Dogma? What about ones I
it gave me
like?
Dragons. I mean, it gives me Dragon's Dogma. I mean, the
It
thing is,
is, yeah.
the things that Dragon. Okay, here. By the way, here's the if you're watching the footage, here's the slingshot thing with the tree.
I guess
Uh,
maybe I just have like an overly high opinion of Dragon's Dogma, but I feel like anytime I was encountering like friction or jank in Dragon's Dogma, I was like, I assumed that there was some kind of artist vision that I just
Yeah.
wasn't quite
Oh,
grappling,
you're not feeling that
grasping.
here.
Here, when something's jank, I'm like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, have you ever made a fucking video game before? Like,
Yeah. an
there
It
MMO.
is
there
an
are
incredibly-
things where it's like, was this the best of like a bad set of options or? Like,
I mean,
what?
it is a very ambitious game, and I feel like it is definitely like it's one of the things you can absolutely say about it is that it suffers from some feature creep. Like there are probably things here that should have been like even if they were tough to like to to hold back. There's things here they probably should have left on the cutting room floor just
No.
because
Sanji was
I-
saying that the MMO was just like this, where it had like an insane amount of like different things to do,
Yeah.
which is
I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, Nick, only because like the feature creep argument kind of implies that this is like a lesser game because of it.
no. I mean,
And,
I think
and
this is
honestly, if it didn't have this weird hodgepodge of like features, there would be
It'd be
nothing
less
to talk
interesting.
about. There would be nothing
be
to
less
talk about. Like,
yeah.
this,
But I
yeah,
mean, like I'm also getting like for me this is like the level of just like the sense of immersion that that I have, and I just like wandering around the world and just finding shit and just reacting to what happens to me. It reminds me of how I felt a little bit playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 last year. But it's just you're right. There's just so many odd decisions that kind of like pull you out of it for a second every time something happens. I almost feel like I wouldn't want them to necessarily take out features, but like a loadout
No.
system would have been maybe a better way to go about
Oh
this.
my god.
And
Yeah.
like being able to like quick swap out different loadouts that have different abilities and stuff, like that might have been a more comfortable way to do this.
some
Because
of
like
the conversation I've
They would
heard
have
about
made
this
that
game is
unbearable.
like the conversations people were having about Dragon's Dogma 1. Like, oh, I can't wait till Dragon's Dogma 2. They're gonna get it. They're gonna fix all these issues and get it so
Yeah.
right.
I think you should
Yeah.
squash that right away because if you, I mean, it's sad if you're playing a game and you're like, man, this is great, but the sequel's going to be what I'm really excited for. It's like,
I mean,
bro, game
No,
development takes
that's
10
just a
no, no,
byproduct
no.
of
No,
excitement.
Nick.
And I mean, that's
No,
just
I those are the games that get me most excited because it's like I'm saying that mostly for the people that I know aren't going to like put up with the kind of jank that I'm totally willing to put up with, where it's like, man,
Yeah.
the next game is gonna be crazy. You know?
Also, the fact
But
that it'll
those
take
games, sorry,
Hmm?
it'll take
No.
what?
I,
It'll take
it,
a long time for them to make a sequel.
no, I'm just saying that Henry will be in high school by the time the game comes out.
Which is just another way of saying it'll take a while.
It'll take
Shut
a long
the
time to
fuck
make.
up.
a
How
sequel.
dare you say shit like that?
Henry's never going to high school. Okay, come on. The
That's
so
fucked
wait,
up.
okay. Something
just 'cause
important
the
just came
world's
up.
gonna end.
Sonji just said in chat, says, just mainlining till y'all get the girl.
I
3
got the
hours?"
girl.
The girl.
So wait, can I just be the girl? Do I have to be this dude?
So it
I wanna be a
has-
girl.
No. The girl and the orc are like not full characters.
Oh.
Okay, I haven't spent a lot of time playing as the girl, but it
They
has
have
like the
different.
Wow.
They have different skill trees than the main guy,
yeah.
and they're not as like robust as his.
Oh,
And
damn.
wasting your fucking things on them is probably not gonna. I don't know. I haven't even gotten to the girl yet, so I don't know what 3 hours in means. But
I have the girl, and let me just tell you, this is maybe the thing that I think is maybe the weirdest.
Like Cliff should have been a creative character. It's incredibly
felt
weird
like
that
it.
he's not.
His name is
still like
Cliff.
He looks like it. Every interaction he has sounds like he's a creative character, but he's not.
You know what? I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do that because they just wanted if you did that, then it would really feel like an MMO. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe that's for the best.
I mean, I don't think he's a bad character. I mean, I'm enjoying him, but like,
He's not a
I think
character. He's just.
I
nothing.
think the weirdest thing about this game is that when you unlock the other characters, it full on has like the GTA 5 shit where it's like you switch characters and the camera pulls all the way up into the sky and then zooms in across the map to some random location and then
whatever
zooms
they're
back
That's hype,
in.
though.
It is cool, but it's like, why? Like in my
Anyone
mind,
riding
I'm
a
like,
scooter?
I just wanted to play as the girl doing what I was doing, but then it yanks me across the map to the other part of the
I will
world,
say,
and I'm
in a
like,
GTA game, getting around is probably a lot smoother than it is
Yeah.
here. Like,
I mean, there are
not
roads.
that,
There's not a whole
that
lot
like
of those.
traverse. Yeah, not that traverse. I mean, like, this map is crazy huge, and
And the terrain is
it's big enough to the point where, like, talking about how much more difficult would it be for you to get to work on a horse than it would in your car?
yeah.
Like, it's kind of like that. I mean, you can also teleport up into the sky and skydive anywhere, I guess, but
Which I haven't done that yet.
I've heard like that's a good way to get around.
That is
actually.
hype. Like, that is super sick. That's what you need to do.
How is all that Breath of or Tears of the Kingdom knockoff stuff that they threw in at the last minute? I mean, I
haven't done a ton of it, but you are
don't-
right.
I
There is
really
a
want to like start opening that up more, but I don't know how to.
I think that's another one of those things where you got
just
to
get
play
a dragon
far enough in
and
the
fly up
story.
there, bro. What the hell?
Also, the flying, like, I need to know that like flying becomes more viable later in the game, because right now you can't maintain a fly very long. And I saw a video. I saw a video of somebody with the jetpack, and that jetpack could go like maybe 5 seconds before it just drops.
But there's a dragon. You can fly.
And I don't know what the fuck that's all about. If that gets better or whatever, but like that's gonna be super disappointing.
You're just making me sad.
I mean, we're not far enough to talk about things like that.
What about the jetpack? I mean, what about the dragon?
We're still in like the
I have no idea.
basic ass early shit part of the game.
The closest thing to the jetpack that I've seen so far is the drill that you get from beating the.
Sonji's saying temporary mounts. So mounts are just.
I have heard that the dragon itself is a temporary mount that only lasts a few minutes, and it's on an artificial 24-hour cooldown, as in 24 hours of play.
Jesus.
24 hours of playtime?
I think so. That's what I saw.
That can't be right.
Talking about that doesn't make sense.
That sounds crazy.
I'll look it up again. Classic.
Yeah, that can't be right. But oh man, there was something.
You're bumming me out. Wait, say some hype shit.
No,
that's what I'm saying, Brad. That is what this game does. It's like it does something, and you're like, this is fucking jank, and then you do something, and it's like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
but that's great. Like, I think that in and of itself is so good. Like,
Not only is it unlocked super late into the game, but it also comes with a time limit and a 50-minute real-time cooldown.
Oh, sorry. Okay, good. That's a lot
50
better.
minutes is manageable.
You
'Cause
said
you're gonna
24-hour game time.
Maybe I was
Well, that's like
misinterpreting what the
how
tweet
long. That's how long an in-game day is.
said. Okay, that's better.
That's still different.
Maybe.
But still, like you can't like stop the game. You have to. It's like counting your game time. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, if you want to use the mount all the time, you can't just shut it down. And wait
No, but
50
what I'm
minutes
saying
to
is
come
like,
back and
yeah.
use it.
But if you shut down the game and you pick it up the next day, like you still have that timer going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that
That's
makes sense.
terrible.
I mean, I don't know. I can't speak to any of that stuff because I'm not there yet. I feel like I'm probably going to be playing this game for like 200 hours. It is one of those games. It is a game I feel like I'm probably going to be playing for at least the next like 6 months. You know what I mean? Off and on, because there's just so many other things coming out. But like, I'm already losing myself in this, and I think it's weird and at times perplexing, but at the same time, I'm also really into it. And that's crazy.
This is why though. This game is poison for Fantasy Critic because like it's that game, and I don't know, maybe you guys saw this thing I saw too where they were talking about like how interesting the discourse around this game is because it's one of the few games that comes out and doesn't have like a narrative around it yet. Like people had to play it and then like form their own opinions, and that's why you're getting like everybody being like, this is the worst game I've ever played, and then the next guy will be like, this is the best game I've ever played, and people are like in complete disagreement about what this game even is. You can't like who,
Which is why it's averaging out to like
none of us had any idea what this was going to be. Yeah, and that's why it's a 72. It's a 72 because people have
it's
no
actually a
idea.
79.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Nick. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea what it is because they can't agree on anything, not because it's just kind of like a mediocre game. Like it's
Only Mike knew what it was going to be.
Yes, Mike.
I mean,
this was Mike's game. This is.
I suppose the best thing I could say about it is that it's turning out to be what I hoped it would be.
Which
It
a
is
little
interesting,
surprising.
if nothing else.
Yes,
It
but
is
like,
interesting.
I feel like this is going to when the dust is settled. I feel like this is going to end up being one of the most interesting games of the year. Just like from just the discourse and the batshit crazy things that they do in this game.
I am a
Just make it
little
really compelling.
disappointed. I'm a little disappointed by how much it makes me want to go back and play Tears of the Kingdom again, though.
Wait, that's a good feeling though.
That is a good feeling, but because a lot of it is like, ah, man, Tears of the Kingdom would have handled this better. Like, this would feel better in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of this stuff is, I think, inspired by Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I mean,
Sure.
obviously,
Yeah.
very directly in terms of the Sky Island stuff, right?
And I think there's
How are the puzzles? How are the puzzles?
I've only done like 2 or 3
They're-
puzzles.
they're pretty puzzly.
Yeah, and
They're kind
They're
of annoying. One of them, the dude, like the fucking, you know that cave by your camp that you can find?
mm-hmm.
Did you find that, Nick? Did you do that one?
I mean, are you talking about the one where you
the Dragonstone cave?
Yeah. That's
Where you see
the
that
one I
mural
did
and it's got a picture of a door and like you start pushing on it and you push in and then like the little slot that you're pushing it into gives way into a dark chamber and then all these lamps come on and you're in this like ancient puzzle room and you're like, whoa, this is so fucking cool, you know? And then it's got like a mural with a map on it that shows you these different places and you can go to those places, see what the symbols are, and then come back and adjust things in the room to unlock a fucking door, right? And you get a reward for doing that. Really cool idea, really fun. The actual process of like going to where it's set on the map to look at the runes, take fucking screenshots of them or whatever, draw them, and then like come back and do the puzzle was kind of annoying.
You know what's crazy?
But it was
I didn't do that part.
It was a good puzzle. Like
I
but it
solved the
was-
puzzle without leaving the room.
you did? You
Yeah.
just fucked around with the dials until
I
it worked?
figured I got 2 out of the 3 that I was pretty confident like this
but
look.
based on what? Like
I don't know.
they're like they're like abstract geometric
I know.
shapes.
I don't know how to explain it, but there were 2 that I managed to
Fuck
turn
up.
that I was like, I think this looks like I'm
One
thinking
of
this is the
them
bottom and this is the top, and
one of
I'm
them makes
orienting
sense
them.
because it's like a picture of the moon and the sun, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
those
the
go
one.
in the
So I
sky.
oriented that like
Yeah. The others are squiggles, Nick. Like,
I,
don't make any
I don't know what to
sense.
tell you. I didn't leave the room. I did. It took me a little while, but I got
Infinite
it.
number of monkeys, infinite number of typewriters. Eventually, you'll get Shakespeare.
Yeah, but,
so.
or Nick in 15 minutes. Like, that's crazy. Like,
Honestly, I'm kind of bummed because I didn't even think about the
he
whole
saw
like,
the
oh,
he saw the Matrix code. He saw the
I
he could
didn't
hear the
I didn't
music.
realize I was supposed to leave and go look at other places. That makes
That's
total
what the
sense.
mural was. The mural it like shows that mountain range
Yeah,
north of
I'm
the
an idiot.
river, and it has like X's on it. And if you go there on the side of the mountain, those murals are painted. And it's honestly kind of a pain in the ass to find them. Like,
I'm kind of bummed. Like that sounds like my shit. I should have done that,
I
but
mean,
instead I
it
just
is a genuine like cool puzzle to be like, oh, I have to go into the world and explore and come back with this new knowledge I've gained. It just like there's no it's not like a Zelda fucking shrine where it's like, here's the puzzle, figure it out. You know? It's
yeah.
more of a scavenger hunt.
Well, I think we can move on because we're
Squash.
gonna be talking about this game off and on for a while. So
It's really cool. You should play it.
it's
It's a
pretty
piece
cool.
of
It's
shit.
fucking weird, but it's cool, man. I don't know. I'm having a blast. Um, yeah. How are we doing on time right now? What are we?
We're not doing great.
We're right.
All right. So why don't we take a
Could
break? When
be
we come back,
better.
we will do the other 2 games we have on our list: Monster Hunter Stories 3 and Fatal Frame 2 Remake, and then we'll wrap up with the 4-player minute. So if you're watching at home, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
$8.69, Nick.
Yep.
Oh, he remembered.
See,
'cause
you
it's the
remember that
funny
one.
number.
No, I just see it on my desktop
Because
like
it's
the
the
rest of y'all.
funny number.
Like the rest of y'all.
Because it's the funny.
Acting like y'all just have fucking good memories or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, we do.
I have a
We take
good memory.
we take our multivitamins.
Your ginkgo biloba.
Oh shit! I gotta go take
Our
my
Prevagen.
multivitamin. I'll be right back.
Is he really running to take a multivitamin? That's
Yes,
crazy.
he is.
What's gonna happen if he like doesn't take it right now? His whole body falls apart.
He'll probably forget what the podcast number is.
Mm-hmm. Two nibbits is crazy.
Hmm?
Nothing. If you don't take it near a meal, it can cause stomach aches. Oh, interesting. Did he just eat? It's... If you take fatty soluble vitamin without a recent meal, it can hurt. Hurt how? Like your tum tum? Oh yeah, stomach aches. Yeah. You know, Nick.
You can't
Wait,
hear
are
you.
you
What?
muted?
What? Sorry.
If you don't take your multivitamin with your meals, it could give you some tum tum issues.
I was kidding about the multivitamin thing.
No. Oh, he had to go get his butt plug.
I mean, it was a little awkward for him to sit down just now. Just notice that.
Hey guys, I do have medical issues that I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
That
You
have to
did-
do with my
You did
that
say
have
my
to do with my
multivitamin.
tum. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I mean, I'm saying Lemur Dragon in chat seemed very serious about, very sincere about taking your multivitamin with a meal. And it's pretty late, so I just didn't know.
I was kidding about the multivitamin thing. I was riffing off of the comment that was made.
Yeah. I didn't take my multivitamin today, actually.
I get to swallow that horse pill on Tuesday. That's gonna be fun.
How'd your practice pill go?
Fine.
He talked about it last week. Wait, it went
Yeah.
fine?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
I'm officially cleared to swallow the pill camera.
Crazy.
Can't wait. But I have a 4-day weekend because of it, so that's kind of nice.
Okay.
I have had an endoscopy and a colonoscopy at the same time. And now I have to swallow a pill camera. And I've had countless scans. I'm really getting tired of this.
Don't blame you.
No, we cannot watch you. Everybody asked the same question. No, you cannot. I'm sure there's somebody else's pill cam on YouTube. Just Google it.
He don't want people to see all the Mike and Ikes he's got up in there.
That's a very, very high Patreon tier that we're not prepared to unlock for people yet.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
All them hot tamales. Well, I hope your pill cam
Only
goes-
pills.
Okay.
Only pills. That's fucked. Here's the crazy thing. The crazy thing, and since I'm at this point, since I'm talking about it, might as well. I'm doing all of this shit. I have no symptoms. I feel fine.
Whoa. Then why is it?
I'm
just-
I'm anemic, and nobody can figure out why I'm anemic. So
I think you're just. born.
that is what
I was gonna make
all
a
of this stuff.
joke.
All of this
but-
stuff came about. They had a random test trying to figure out something else, totally unrelated, and they're like, "You're anemic," and I was like, "That can't be right." And they're like, "It sure is."
I
And they took
mean,
more tests. I'm like, and then they were like, they did all this stuff. They ended up doing an endoscopy and a colonoscopy, and everything's clear. Just now, it's like, at this point, they
It's
don't
the
know.
shit
I
that
will
scares
swallow
the
a pill
shit-
camera.
This is the shit that scares the shit out of me with like, because I it's like no one's ever gonna send, like, House is never gonna send doctors to my abode to see if, like, oh, it's the fucking, this is happening at his home, that's why he has this thing going on. No, that's not reality. But I kind of wish fucking Omar Epps would come to my house and just make sure everything's looking okay. You know what I'm saying? I just
Why
want
Omar
that.
Epps?
Because he's in house. He's in house.
Yeah, I know, but why didn't you say House?
Well, I don't know.
You went with
But House doesn't usually go to the houses.
it's Lupus.
It's usually the other people.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. That
House
is true.
isn't doing the house. Ironically, he's not doing the house visits as much. It's the what's her face? But like, why can't I go to? Why can't? What is it? I mean, come on, Austin Regional Clinic. Send someone to my house. I just want someone to check it out to make sure it's looking okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you fucking idiot. This is poisonous. And it's right next to your Cheerios. That's what I wanted. I mean, but it's all make believe, huh?
if you would just throw away that yellow cake you keep in your fridge, you wouldn't have this problem.
What the fuck?
Yellow cake is
But
depleted uranium.
I love my urine cakes.
Oh my
Wait.
god. Oh God, Lemur Dragon's talking about a bone marrow biopsy, and now I'm having panic attacks.
No,
You'll be
look,
okay.
Lemur Dragon's on some fucking.
He's a
He was just
radiologist.
talking.
He can be trusted.
We're all radiologists these days. Let's be honest.
Especially on the
I don't know what
internet,
that
yeah.
means. Just don't Google anything, Nick. That's all I can
I know,
say.
dude. I am trying desperately not to Google anything.
Okay.
Hello. Sorry.
No, you're fine. We should start though. Did I export?
Oh,
Don't
no, I'm
listen to Lemur
spiraling.
Dragon.
I'm spiraling.
Recording. Illegal.
Maybe you're just eating too much fish or something.
They're telling me to eat more fish.
Oh, okay. The other way I meant the other opposite. Sorry.
Because of your high mercury levels.
No.
All right, I'm recording. Let's talk about Monster Hunter Stories 3.
I am
Yep, that was the
recording.
plan.
That'll solve all our problems.
Everybody recording?
I'm recording.
All right. Roll call for the second segment starts now. Brad,
Hello.
Crispy,
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, I'm also here.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. We got 2 more exciting video games to talk about. I'm going to hand it over to Brad so he can talk about Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection.
Yeah, I've been playing the good old Monhun. Some Monhun. I mean, look,
I don't
I don't.
We should not call it that. That's
No,
that
that's
sounds
what
lame.
that's what people type at least. I've been playing some Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's their RPG spin-off series, which has really kind of grown into its own cool thing. You know, like I absolutely could see a world where people, maybe young people, I don't know, grown-ups, people of all ages just play this series and don't even care
Non-bluey
about
adults.
don't even care about regular Monster Hunter, which may or may not be a thing. I don't know. I mean, I could see someone coming from like Pokemon and playing this and going, "Hey, this is the kind of shit that I enjoy." I don't know. But as a Monster Hunter fan, it's sort of just like it's just so great. It's so great to see this series with a different look from a different angle, and because you already love all these monsters and armor sets and weapons, and they do such a good job of paying tribute to everything Monster Hunter. I mean, it's its own thing, but it is absolutely a in love with Monster Hunter because that's what it is. And I did talk about Stories 2 on this podcast when that came out. I really enjoyed that game. This game, I mean, it is still that type of game, a monster collecting, raising, turn-based battle RPGing game. But they've definitely are like iterating on this in some like very nice ways from entry to entry. There's only been 3 games in the series now, but like the getting around the world and stuff was way clunkier in the last game. Now like it's so quick and effortless to like swap between um like your monsties like on the fly, like mid-air you're like switching from like monster to monster, and and it feels really nice and looks really nice to get around the world, which is great. um i don't I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming this eventually culminates in like me being able to just fly properly, but right now it's mostly just like gliding. I can glide with my flying monsters, but then of course, yeah, I can like midair, like I'm running into a mountain, and I can just swap to a climbing monster who could just start like climbing that mountain. And it's actually kind of fun to find monsters that will do like the traversal is not like the same across all monsters, right? Obviously, some monsters can swim, some monsters can climb and jump, and some can fly or float or
It's very
glide.
Pokemon of them, which
But
is
but yeah, well, yeah. I mean, everything here is very like Pokemon
yeah.
inspired. But I'm saying like the traversal, like different monsters are like faster than others. And I feel like that wasn't. It didn't really feel like that in the first one. But I eventually got a Palamute, which is like a monster you can like raise in this game and like fight with. And now I'm going really fast. I'm like, oh, this is a significant jump in traversal speed. And I didn't I don't remember it feeling like that in the first game. I got a
Palamute is a
Bishatin.
monster.
Yeah, Paladin or a canine, right? Like is a you can have as a monster that you can use in battle and do kinship attacks with and pilot around, and
Really?
it
And
it
it's a
feels real.
Palamute?
It feels really good, and yeah, yeah, straight up. And like I have a Bishatin who can fly but also
Oh.
climb, so he's like really good for traversal because I don't have to like swap monsters and stuff. It's just all that stuff got a lot better. It feels really nice. The combat is kind of like it's an iteration of what the series has done where due to the nature I think it being a Monster Hunter game, like these aren't quick battles. Like they want the fights to feel like fights, right?
Mhm.
Most JRPG battles don't like last as long as your typical battle, but the cool thing is once you do like out level something, as long as you've fought it before, there's like if you hit it on the field with your monster, it's because some monsters have like physical attacks and stuff that they can do. Like your Rathalos can like do like breath attacks and stuff to stun monsters. Like they have a lot of abilities on the field, but you could just if you hit them, you just get some rewards. You don't even have to fight the battle. And even when you like get triggered, like maybe a monster sneaks up on you and gets you from behind, if you've out leveled it, you could just click in the sticks and like instantly end that fight. So there are ways to like speed up battles when you don't need to really do them, but once you're in a battle where you like this is a real deal battle, yeah, they can be like pretty lengthy, like back and forth. And it's an evolution of that sort of rock paper scissors from the previous games where you have to like really pay attention to the state of the monster, which is cool because they don't tell you um like what their type is, like what stance they're in. But if you have like Monster Hunter knowledge, you kind of like you come to the series having I mean, the whole series is about like learning these monsters through fighting them or just like watching them and just like repeatedly farming them or whatever, right? You
Right.
learn about them. So I know that like, oh, I'm fighting what's a good example? So like I'm fighting a let's say like I'm trying to think of a good example of a monster that has like multiple states or whatever. Think of just like a berry, not a like a
Rathalos.
well, okay, Rathalos is the default.
He's like he just yelled out the name of the only
like
monster he
it,
can name.
it is the most
Yeah.
unique monster in this series because you're the only one. Well, there's two Rathalos riders or whatever, but like a like think of a monster like a maybe like Baroth or something, right? Which is like the big bulky like mud monster, and he's kind of like a T-Rex, right? But he also like charges at you like a train, right? So like that's the kind of monster when as soon as he goes into his enraged state, you're like, I bet he's a speed type now. Because in Monster Hunter, when he gets pissed off, that's when he starts running at you like a train. And sure enough, it's like, oh, I knew from just Monster Hunter experience that I should probably switch to this because he's probably in speed mode. And sure enough, it is, right? Like my Monster Hunter knowledge translates to like the various like behaviors that a monster can do throughout the course of a battle. And that's really cool. That's what I love about like going from regular Monster Hunter to this because it is about figuring out the behaviors and and when they do change states, and some of them can change multiple states like throughout the course of a battle, especially as they get the monsters get harder and more complex, that I'm thinking like I really have to use my head for that first attack or I'm going to really eat shit. One thing that's nice about this game that I feel like I don't know if 2 was as much like this, but I'm really feeling a lot of pushback from the game. Like it's challenging at times. There's a lot of really difficult monsters just wandering the world, and you want to kill them. You want to fight them. You want their armor. You want their weapons. You want their eggs. And you're like, oh, but I just can't beat this fucking Brachydios, but I want it so bad because I want that Brachy armor and that Brachy hammer, damn it. But I just can't do it. But like the combat system is like finally like I feel like deep enough and developed enough where like if you're on your game, if you're prepared, if you have like that monster's weakness down, like like, oh, he's weak to this, if you have like go into battle with enough items and traps and stuff, you can get through really, really difficult battles that you're not supposed to fight yet. And the payoff is like badass armor that is higher level than it probably should be. And I love that. I love that.
Can you make
because
any armor set you have work at
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
do
like, you're
you
not level
do you
capped. Like, if
level?
you could kill the monster and get enough of those parts, you can make that materials. Like,
Okay.
there are elder dragons in this game that, like, I am not even close to, like, being able to kill, but I can go into that battle and, like, die enough times, like, and, like, get enough of those parts to where I can just get enough parts to make their armor, and my bonuses are, like, XL bonuses instead of S bonuses. Like, they have various tiers of effects, and I feel really powerful getting stuff like that. It's really cool. I do want to briefly talk about the new system in this game because I am way more addicted to this game than I have the other Monster Hunter Stories game and Monster Hunter Stories games, because this new habitat, what is it called? Habitat
Restoration?
restoration system is crazy. Your job is like a monster rider. You're not a monster hunter. You're a monster rider. Or you're a ranger in this, actually, is you're collecting these eggs from these nests, raising these monsties up, and you're repopulating the environments. So you're sending them back out into the world. So, but it and that's just like thing you're doing in the story, but it's also the thing you're doing in the game. But the way the system works is really cool because if you want like a certain type of monster and you want that monster to be really good, you need to get some eggs and like start sending them out. And the more of them that you send out into the environment, it'll start ranking up, go from like C all the way up to S rank. And now you could start getting like rare eggs that have like the really good skills. So like the only way you can do that is to actually like feed this system, and it becomes really addictive because you want to get all these good monsters with all these good skills because they've really done a lot of like streamlining and quality of life, I think, for like letting you kind of like easily swap like genes between like the different monsters and just kind of get what you want. And it feels like easier than ever to just really customize like the kinds of monsters you like. But the cool thing is as you like put more and more of these monsters out into these environments, these different biomes, you could even like put them into like specific biomes to create like dual element monsters. Like a monster that has no business being in like an ice environment, you start populating that ice environment with that like type of, fire dragon or whatever. Now you might find eggs where that Rathian also has like an ice element, which is super cool because
That's
it even
cool.
That's
changes like the
cool.
color of the monsters.
That's how
And
you make like shinies and stuff.
it's like shinies, but there's like a system where you're creating the
That's
shinies. It's cool,
sick.
and they have like mutations, and that's where you also start getting like the crazier variants. Like instead of just Lagiacrus, Ivory Lagiacrus, and now I have a sick white Lagiacrus who's actually a speed type now and has some water abilities instead of just thunder abilities and shit. It's really addictive, and like the story stuff is good. I want to be very clear here. Like I think the story in regular Monster Hunter games is dog shit, like absolute dog shit. I never care. In Wilds, I was just buttoning through all the story. It was bad. The performances were bad, and I kind of hated the story. But here, it's like it's like really good. Like they put a lot of money into the presentation of the story and the characters, and there's like charming characters and like fun interactions, and like the animation's beautiful. Like it feels like very
It's
high
a gorgeous
production
game.
value. Yeah, it's a very gorgeous game in a way that, like it's almost like pathetic to compare like Pokemon to this because Pokemon doesn't even try, right? Like they don't even try to look this good. And it's kind of sad. And everyone kind of wishes Pokemon would be like that, but it won't. But like that's a Game Freak issue, right? Like I think for a series as successful as Monster Hunter, it makes sense that Capcom is pumping a lot of money even to like the side spin-off series because I bet even this game will sell millions of copies, right? It's not going to sell probably like 20 million copies, but there's a lot of Monster Hunter fans out there, right? And it's such a cool, like we've been kind of experiencing this with Resident Evil over the past decade or so, right? But it's so nice to go from like a mainline Monster Hunter game to like a huge expansion, right? Like that comes out like a year, 18 months after, right? But then having like these full RPGs like in between too, like these are unique Monster Hunter experiences that are like just as fulfilling in a lot of ways. So like if you're a Monster Hunter fan, you're eating good. Well, I guess some people have PCs and they can't run wilds for shit, and I feel bad. But like that stuff is supposed to be a lot better now. Um,
Are you playing
and
this on
then
Steam or PS5?
I'm playing this on PS5. I'm playing this on PS5, and then
Boo.
uh,
Boo.
well, that's just where I downloaded the demo. I was really disappointed in the
Boo.
Switch 2 performance of the game. So I downloaded
Oh
the
yeah,
demo
we
on
talked about
PS5,
that.
and that's just where I got it. Also, like Henry, you got to remember Henry. He has a Switch One. Monster Stories 2 is not on Switch One, and or Stories 3. He played story. He really likes Stories 2. He doesn't play regular Monster Hunter. He's not really old enough to get it yet, but he really likes Stories 2. So like I wanted
That's
to get it on
not
PS5 because
surprising.
he doesn't play games on my PC. You know, he plays games in the living room, right? So he'll be playing it when I'm done with it. And I mean, right now he's just playing Pokopia. So, but he is excited. He's seeing some of this stuff, and it's just, it's good, right? Like the voice acting is good. Like it feels high production. It feels like story, like tonally they grew up a little bit. Like it's less childlike now. I'd say it's almost like a Fire Emblem game in terms of like story
Hmm.
tone. Like there's like
Like
warring
political
countries and
stuff.
stuff and political stuff, but like it's still very like, there's like charming interactions between characters that are more silly or whatever. But like the more and more the production goes up, the more I think that just like it doesn't even matter if you know about Monster Hunter. If you're like a fan of JRPGs and you just like well put together things by Capcom, and Lord knows they're good at making video games, like try this out. Like
I'm
maybe
planning on it.
maybe if you like Pokemon and you've never even looked at Monster Hunter before, like you might have
Is
a good time.
what was the platform that the first game came out on? Wasn't it only on like
The
a
original was
handheld?
3DS. The original was
Okay, that's what I
3DS.
thought. So the
They've ported that
3DS,
game to other things, at least mobile and
yeah.
stuff. I don't
I
know if
mean,
they ever made a Switch
this
version.
does
I
look
think
Oh, they
we
like
got
a
did make a
Switch
Switch
version.
version.
Yeah.
They made a Switch version.
This does give me the vibe of like a series that has kind of like grown into itself and found its
Yeah.
footing over
Like,
time.
but you got to understand, like as a 3DS game, like even that first one looked like 3DS games kind of look like ass in a lot of ways. Like Stories 1 looked like a really good 3DS game, and Stories 2 looked really good as a Switch 2 game, or a Switch 1 game. And now, it's on, this is just kind of on everything, and it looks and plays great. And I don't know, man, the drip is
It's good
nice.
shit.
And have you seen
It's good
Cora
shit.
over here with her fucking, I mean, she's a gun. She uses a gun lance, man. This
Too
woman's
bad they
after my
still
heart.
have that fucking sexist attitude where they won't let men wear dresses and women wear pants.
Well, I think that might change, right? Like obviously, I think this game was in development alongside Wilds, and Wilds was the first game to do it. I could see the next Stories game being a little more open with, like what I hate
Next
about this game
story.
is you can't even like mix and match, right? Like your armor set is just the entire armor set, which
Oh, really?
yeah, you can't even like swap helmets or anything, right? That's just how, I don't know, because it's more like animated and there's like cutscenes and shit, like pre-rendered stuff. I don't know. I don't know why it works that way, but look at this. Look at this fucking
That's pretty good.
this
Yeah.
core.
Sexy as hell,
Her
man.
kinship attack, dude. She comes out the lava. Ah. Anyways, yeah, she's great, Cora. And I don't know, the companions are good. They all have like companion quests, and now you can like freely swap between all of these different companions, like anytime you want. Now, and they're all good at different things. Like I have a dude on my team who's like he is like a hunting horn guy and like a trap guy, and he's like super useful at getting through like hard battles. But then I got to switch back to my Gunlands Dami mommy, and because she's so good. But like it's,
Gunlance
I don't
Dommy
know.
Mommy.
It feels a lot more developed, and I think the last game was great. I think this game's even better, and I'm really addicted to it because all that habitat restoration stuff is really great. Like the main story stuff is good, but like I am so addicted to just raising like like fucking bringing monsters back to the world or whatever. It's been really fun, man.
This looks good.
It's good. good.
Fuck. There's too many games, man.
Look how fast this Palamute is booking, dude.
And it's like one of the Rise Palamutes, so it's like a ninja. It's not just
yeah,
a dog.
dude.
Like,
Oh, and like
what's
he's
the-
got like ninja e type fucking abilities. It's so sick. If you have save data from those games, like you can get outfits, like you can get the Rise outfit in this game, that armor, the default armor or whatever, and you just have to have the save. And I think if you have PS Plus, it's on PS Plus right now. You could just download the game and have a save file or whatever. Anyways, whatever. It's really cool. I'm seeing all kinds of exciting monsters and like some monsters I weren't expecting, and it's sick. It's sick. It's sick. Anyways,
Badass.
she's got an
Badass.
Atlas
That's
on
what
gun lance. You even
Ugh.
I did their side quest and they get other weapon types, and you can have them switch weapon types too. But I was really disappointed to find that Korra's backup weapon is a longsword. No fucking longsword user on my team. God damn it.
See, Brad, this is a game where in a year, 2 years, when I'm trying to think of the name of it, I'll be like, what's that game, that Monster Hunter game? Not a mainline Monster Hunter game, but that other Monster Hunter game that Brad loves. See, this is it. I would attribute this game to you, Brad.
Well, I mean,
Is what I'm
hopefully you're
saying.
sure. Thank you.
I mean,
guess.
Does that make you feel better?
I haven't played
I mean,
it yet,
most
so you
Monster
can
Hunter
keep doing
stuff,
that.
I'm assuming you're assigning to me, but I appreciate it.
Just wait until I get into the franchise and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Also,
mean,
by the way,
If that's-
Monster Hunter Stories...
Is that the motivation that finally gets Chris Davis to like get into?
I'm so
Monster Hunter.
excited for the Wilds expansion, and then there's eventually going to be another like portable game, I imagine, like follow up to Rise and Generations, and I can't fucking wait for that either, dude. I need to buy more like monster figurines and stuff. Kind of loving it.
What's up, Chris Davis? You had a.
I was just going to
started
point out
saying
that
something.
Monster Hunter Stories 1 got ported to Switch, PS4, and Steam in 2024. So
Yeah, but it was born as a 3DS game, so
yeah.
Yeah, it actually, it's strangely enough, it's actually kind of following a very similar trajectory to like the core Monster Hunter franchise in the West, where it came
follows the
out.
popular hardware.
Yeah, it
honestly.
follows the popular hardware. Starts out on a handheld exclusively on a handheld, and then as it gains popularity, it starts to spread out until it's on everything. So very cool, very cool. Glad. This is what I like to hear.
That's how we ended up with the fucking Wii version of Monster Hunter. Yeah, it was a sick game. Try's sick, but those were dark days. Why it shouldn't have been on a Wii. Damn it, fuck the Wii.
Fuck the Wii.
It
All
got
right.
off the PSP though, so that was nice.
So gonna take a trip down memory lane for a second. Because, by the way, I streamed twice this week. I didn't mention that
Really?
earlier. I
Twice?
streamed twice
I
this
saw
week.
at
I
least
played Crimson
once.
Desert on Sunday, and I streamed Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly
Wow.
Remake on Monday.
Whoa, you're having a Crimson week, man.
Yeah, 2 Crimson games. What do you know? So I'm playing this remake, guys, and let me just tell you. Obviously, we have a history with this franchise. We owe a lot of our, our community. We owe a lot to this series, for helping us grow our community, obviously. But I haven't played this franchise since I think Fatal Frame 3, which was
wow.
a PS2 game.
I thought you played a little bit of 5.
I played a little bit of 5, I think, but that was a, I don't think that didn't come when I played it. I think I was playing the Japanese version, and it was on the Wii, wasn't it? I don't remember.
No, 5 was just a Wii U game. That was a Western.
4 was on the Wii.
4 was on the Wii.
I've lost track. The point is, I've kind of fallen off of the Fatal Frame franchise, and I thought the series itself, I didn't really ever expect it to make a huge comeback or anything like that. But Fatal Frame 2 has always been my favorite in the series. I think it's kind of like the Silent Hill 2 of it all. Like, I think most people would probably say 2 is maybe the best in the series.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, but
I haven't really been into this, like played the series heavily since the PS2 days, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So I didn't play because apparently this remake of Fatal Frame 2 is similar to what they released on what was it? They did a remaster on was it the Switch or the Wii?
It was Switch.
Okay, they did a Switch remaster. I don't, and so if y'all are welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, because again, haven't touched that remaster. But it sounds like those are kind of the bones for this remake. But I played this on Monday night, and I love the series. My expectations kind of low, just because I remember the series, the things that have always been kind of like rough with the series, like the controls and the camera and the game camera
Camera.
can fight against you a little bit. Not the camera obscura, but and there wasn't. It was fairly straightforward. Like it's a game. It's a haunted house type game. You're taking pictures of ghosts. But like I was really genuinely surprised. I played for about 2.5 hours, 2.5, 3 hours on Monday night, and I'm really quite shocked at how much they've added to this remake.
Added. Oh, what did
Yes,
they add?
and again, I don't know how much of this was added in the remaster that just made its way into this remake, but as I understand
Yeah.
it, this remake is being called a remake because there are a lot of new features. In fact, so Fatal Frame 4 is in chat, not the game, but our community member who goes by. He was actually in chat with me on Monday night.
Such an
talking about,
unhinged name.
yeah.
Fatal Frame 4. Did you make that name before there was a Fatal Frame 4?
But he was so apparently this game has technically been remade twice. So like
yeah, that's
this
true.
remake is different from the last remake. But there are a lot of new features here that I don't believe were in the last remake. Like first and foremost, the camera feels way more responsive. Like actually using the camera obscura in this game feels way more responsive than I remember it in the PS2. Like it doesn't feel as stiff as you like to put it, Brad. I mean, obviously you're still playing like this young schoolgirl like character, so she's still she does the slow
They are
run
quite
thing,
stiff, huh?
and then you do the awkward like quick turn thing, and then pull your camera up and
Yeah,
that. But like the actual action of going into your camera and then immediately being in like your like the meat and potatoes of the gameplay is the
first
combat
person.
for your
Yes.
the first person combat with the camera, and that's very responsive. But they've added things like filters that do different things. So like you can apply a filter to your camera that will, in combat, it'll do additional damage, but outside of combat, it'll also show you like echoes of like memories that are in the world that like you can see interactions and get more story and stuff by using this filter in certain places.
Interesting. Do they do that shit? They started doing it in Fatal Frame 4 where you slowly reach towards items.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like
hate
they're doing
that shit, dude. They
do that.
started doing that in 4, and they did it in 5, and now they brought it into this shit.
There's things I can't remember. I honestly can't remember how much of this is like new to the series versus like something that came in late and is being like worked back into like an older game. But I guess that's one of those things. Yeah, every time you reach for something on the ground that's like tucked away somewhere, like in a cabinet or like in some grass, whatever, it does like the slow reach, and then it's kind of like a will it or won't it, like a ghost grab you and suddenly you're in combat. They have fucking stealth kills in this game now. Like you can like sneak around, and if you can sneak up on certain ghosts and actually do like a ton of damage if you attack them first.
That's actually kind of crazy.
It is. It's bizarre.
Wait. Pause.
Okay.
So someone in chat or Chris Davis brings up a funny point, but like the truth is, I think so. We've all for a very, very long time we've had a viewer named Fatal Frame 4, right?
Yes.
And he's saying, "Oh, you should sell your Twitch account." Okay, first of all, Tecmo Koei, they'll send the fucking Yakuza after you. You're not gonna shake them down. But you could probably go into like the stream of like a very like whoever is like streaming this game. You probably should have done it on launch day. You could go into like whoever's stream and like pretend you're the fucking developer, and I bet like they would believe you. That shit's funny, dude. Oh, you did? Oh,
that's hilarious. I mean, based on like the number of like the things that Fatal Frame was telling me while I was streaming there, I was like, you are very much living up to your name. Like he's teaching me.
Weirdly, he doesn't know a lot about Fatal Frame 4. Just
yeah,
that nobody does. That's the secret. Nobody does. But like on top of all that, they've completely reworked like the upgrade system for the camera, the points, the way you spend points. They give you charms that that you could attach to your character that give you different passive effects. And I mean, it's just like
I always liked the combat in the Fatal Frame games, honestly.
Oh, I love it, but like
because it's like, you know, most and you know, we don't have to get into the conversation, but most like like survival horror games where you're playing as some like you know, young weak girl or whatever have like awful combat systems. And like, but Fatal Frame has always been its own thing, and it's always actually been really fun for a game that's like as scary as it is. And let me be clear, like personally, I find these games like maybe scarier than any other horror games, but I also like Japanese horror like has a weird negative effect on me, I suppose, depending
I
on how
mean,
you look at it.
there is
And
also no
but
denying
like
that like
you can have fun combat in a game that is horrifying, and I feel like
yeah.
there's like it's a bit of a misnomer, right? Like or it's just like a myth, right? Like people perpetuate, well, you can't have like fun combat and have a game be scary and tense. And Fatal Frame has always been like the to that, assertion or to that myth. So
Yeah, for sure. But like, I don't think there's any denying that Fatal Frame, if you've played any games in the series, like it there is so much atmosphere, like heavy atmosphere in these games. It's almost overwhelming. There's literally no comic relief in this game. Like there's no levity. It is just
yeah.
Was there
pure
levity to begin with?
tension. No, like there never has been. It's like that's kind of a staple of the series. Like it is
It's
it is
oppressive. It's oppressive.
oppressive atmosphere from start to finish.
You're in the middle of the worst part of the ring the entire time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also they introduced this system where like the kind of like the hidden collectibles you find in the game are also kind of a puzzle. Uh there's hidden shrine mate, because like the whole thing is there's shrine maidens, like twins shrine
That's what
maidens are kind of like a theme. You can find these hidden shrine maidens throughout the world. You have to take a pic. There's always two of them, and if you find one, it means there's a second one nearby. And the trick is to try and figure out a way to get them both in the same
Yeah,
picture.
that's just a cool camera thing to do if you have a game with a camera.
Yeah, and they do it, and it works so well here. It's so good.
But like, man, the I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm just watching
good.
and remembering I like Fatal Frame.
Yeah, no, I love it. This is also a beautiful remake. Like, I mean, I feel like I need to go
but
watch
can
like
you
a
unlock
YouTube
the
video that
zero
compares them
suit?
side
Can
by
you
side.
unlock the zero suit for her? That's the real sauce.
That's a good question. I haven't unlocked
Probably
any
not.
new
Probably
outfits
not. Probably not.
in the game, but there is a section for outfits. I just haven't unlocked any extra outfits.
Yeah,
but
but
I'm guessing
does
that's
the
probably not
game
gonna
have a
happen until I
photo
finish.
mode? Is my question.
There is a photo mode in this
Shut up,
game.
Chris Davis.
I'm
Really?
not even kidding. I'm not even
Okay.
kidding. There is a photo mode in the menu.
I know what I was gonna say. People who love this series, and like, let me tell you, like the Miss Joker girls and stuff that were like always helping me pilot through these games as I streamed them back in the day. They like you were talking like the collectibles being like horrific things that I have to find in the dark corners. Like, oh, pull up your camera and just start panning to the left, and you'll eventually see it. And I'm like, that is so horrifying to me. I don't want any collectibles in this game. They're like, oh, you got to catch all the secret ghosts, and I'm like, fuck you, no. That's so funny to me. But like the people really get into it. It's like they're not even scared of this shit. But when I was playing these games, it was so hard for me. It was so horrifying to me. I never played truly scary games before I started streaming. It was always just Resident Evil was like the scariest shit I played. But this shit, man, I'm watching this on my tiny little phone, like, and I'm like, I don't even want to play this, man.
It gets serious points for atmosphere, and I do think a lot of
I'd
the
be lying in bed at
improvements.
night thinking about ring ghosts and shit, and I can't go to sleep. I'll have
I'm
to
a
wake
different
up my
person
wife.
now. I'm a
and be-
different person now than I was. Like the last time I played this game, I hadn't played even like 25% of the fucked up horror games that I've played now. So I do feel like
That's true. You're
before
probably
this,
desensitized to this.
I am a
now.
little desensitized. There was a time where I famously, one of my most key memories of like gaming memories ever in my life was ordering Fatal Frame 1 on a whim, waiting for it to come in the mail, because that's how I bought games at one point in my life, I guess, and popping it in, had no idea what I was in for, and I literally walked into like the second room in that house, and it was just that fucking hallway, the T-shaped hallway, and you with the ropes hanging, and you just see a man walk past the end of the hallway, and I was like, nope, and I turned the game off, and I didn't touch it again for like a week. Like that was as much as I could fucking handle. Now I've played so much shit. I feel like I can play this fine by myself, but it
But
it is still oppressive, and I do think some of that friction, like there is some friction that has been removed here by all these new features they've introduced, and like making the
It's
camera a
easier.
little bit more workable.
You know, Fatal
It
Frame
makes
2
it.
was always the easiest Fatal Frame game. And if they made it even easier, that's a little bit of a.
I mean, if you ask me, I think maybe because like the reviews for this, it's not getting panned or anything, but it's like sitting at a 75 on OpenCritic.
This series never scored that well. I don't
The series
think,
never scored
honestly.
that well, but I also think a certain amount of that, like this would be there's just some friction that is removed by improvements, and that friction was kind of like integral to the experience because like it had you in a constant state of like tension and panic, and some of that has been removed because it's a little bit easier to play, just like control wise, everything's snappier. But at the expense of some of the atmosphere,
Mhm.
it's more fun to play.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think this is a pretty fantastic remake. I'm gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna finish it because it's reminding me how much I love this series and how much I kind of wish they would make like a brand new one on modern consoles. Uh, but like this particular one has always been my favorite, and it's a classic. And it's reminding me why I love the series. So I'm gonna keep going with it. Pretty
Sick.
cool. Pretty cool
Cool.
video game. Okay, guys, we've reached the end. It's time for the 4-player minute. Wait a second. See, I forgot the second Dick Slicker question. I need to get better
Oh, the Dick Slicker.
at remembering the Dick Slicker questions.
Slick that dick.
Let's slick that dick. Our second Dick Slicker question. God, I can't believe I'm giving into this. Comes from Tack. What?
Go ahead.
He says.
Sheep.
She
But
says.
Oh,
yes.
sorry. She says, "Do you think there are any current right thing, wrong thing? Sorry, quote unquote, right thing, wrong time mechanics or design choices in the current gaming ecosystem? Like, will something contentious like limited fast travel in Dragon's Dogma 2 take off in 15 years, as an example? Or like how Alien Resurrection back on the PS1 was lambasted for a poor control scheme that would later become the console first-person shooter standard?"
Like,
It's a good question.
like something that was ahead of its time.
Yeah, basically. I mean, my first thought is that like I feel like it's been a dramatic kind of slowdown in like the evolution of control schemes because we've gotten so comfortable with like he mentions the first person shooter control scheme. It's like you don't deviate too much from that because
it works.
it works. Like if it's not broke, don't fix it, kind of thing.
That is a good question.
Because there's just so much terrible bullshit right now.
He does specifically mention limited fast travel in not only Dragon's Dogma 2, but like there's a lot of games that have been trying to discourage just relying heavily on fast travel.
There's been some like Breath of the Wild has definitely had like a positive impact on like I mean you're probably seeing some of that stuff in Crimson Desert, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know that I am.
But
Really?
I mean in terms of like having
the control
some
scheme?
friction to like there's like a stamina bar. You can't just climb forever, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Stuff like that. I think
Okay. If you really want to talk about it, and we're talking about Breath of the Wild, I think history will be forgiving to the
weapon system.
the weapon, weapon condition system. Maybe, I don't know. I always
That's a good
thought
answer.
that there was some inspiration in that. I like the idea that like if a game has a large variety of like different kinds of weapons that are given to you as rewards for like exploring the world, it only makes sense that the game should incentivize you to use all these weapons, right? And making it like a resource that you're spending makes a certain bit of sense to me. I think I think it kind of interferes with some people's like sandbox fantasy, like, and I get that, and I understand that frustration, but I think from like a game, like from a game design perspective, it makes a lot of sense. And I think maybe people won't like I don't think that'll be something that people complain about in 20 years who are like playing that game for the first time. You know? I don't know.
The question is, will that find its way into newer games?
Will it find its way into newer games?
I feel like some of that stuff has like
Yeah.
yeah, like there's a huge influence from like Souls, Dark Souls and stuff, right? On other games, like
Yeah.
friction stuff like popping up into other games. I will say, like the thing from the From Soft Souls series that I like the most, that I noticed it playing like Neo, right? I've been playing Neo 3, and it's very Souls influenced. But and you could see like where people died, right? In the Neo games. But the
Mhm.
thing I love the most is actually being able to see the ghost of the person like fall off the edge or whatever. Like it'll say like this
Yes.
dude fell to his death in Neo, but it doesn't show the ghost. And I remember I was just playing recently thinking, man, I really wish it had the ghost because I bet the shit would look so funny.
The Dark Souls thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dark Souls thing. That's the
Yeah.
stuff from
Yeah.
the FromSoft games I wish we saw more in other games. And there has been a little bit of that. Like I said,
Yeah.
even in Neo, like that is lifted from the Souls games.
And
It's
not
just not
just
quite as
and not just like the death ghosts, like the regular ghosts of people playing at the exact same time. Like
Yeah.
very
that's pretty
small
cool too.
things.
Adds like an
Yeah.
otherworldliness. The thing in Neo is like you can actually fight like an NPC version
Yeah.
of any of those like bloodstains and like get a piece of their armor. Like Neo definitely added their own
That's
flavor
cool.
to it that was cool.
That
But
is.
you know, I love to see that sort of stuff. I mean, I love to see the cool ideas moving over into other things, even if they're just trying to like chase the dollar maybe of From Software's success. But sometimes it works.
For sure. For
There's
sure.
more friction in general. Bring back friction to Monster Hunter, please. Thank you. End of my rant. It's,
I think that was the
I
shortest
don't
Brad
think
rant
you
ever.
you can't put the genie back in the bottle though. Oh, Capcom fucked up.
Well, after a while, you can't and sell it as like a new hardcore
You
experience.
can't. Wilds was supposed to be them putting the genie back in the bottle after Rise. Everyone thought it was going to be that. It's going to be like World again,
like
and
one
it
day they're gonna
fucking
be like,
wasn't.
go on super mastered hard dick hunts,
They
and
just do
then
that by
the
making the
mechanics.
monsters harder, and they got
I
fucking
know, I
hard.
know, I know, I know, but like, yeah,
I want resource friction, like you said.
yeah, hard dick
All
mode.
right.
I get it.
Thank you, Tack, for your Dick Slick question of the week. God, fuck, I hate
Dick
that name.
slicker.
You're the one
Dick
that's
Slicker.
enabling this. You realize that.
I'm trying to embrace something so I can stop calling them icebreakers. Dick Slicker question, much appreciated. Guys, again, reminder, if you're a supporter on Patreon or a subscriber on Twitch, be sure to submit your questions. You can do it at any time. We're going to do one question per segment as long as we have them to answer. So if we don't get you on the next episode, we'll get you on a future episode. So get them in there. Looking forward to answering more questions in the future. All right, now let's wrap up the show with the 4-player minute. Final thoughts of the week, Brad. Go.
Oh, I don't know, man. I've just been thinking about Legacy of Kain as I do sometimes. I mean, there is
Like you do.
stuff happening, right? There's the Defiance remaster, which I kind of want to try. It's been such a crazy year of like Brad games, I guess. I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but there's been a lot to play already for me this year, and I was watching like some like behind the scenes of that new pixelated Metroidvania or whatever they're making, which looks like absolute dog shit. But like the behind the scenes was just all the voice actors from the old games, like talking about reprising their roles, and I was like, oh, this is my favorite kind of Legacy of Kain behind the scenes content. I've been watching this sort of stuff for decades, and I'm like, yeah, but this game looks like dog shit. I wonder if they know that they're voicing character. I mean, they know, but it's like, it's giving like it makes that God of War game look AAA. Honestly, this new Legacy of game looks like ass. It looks really
Man,
bad. I don't know if there's a
that's
light at the end of the
unfortunate.
tunnel on that one. Maybe it'll be cooler than that God of War game. But and then when I start thinking about Legacy of Kain, I start thinking about Tomb Raider as well. I don't know why. They're just linked in some ways in my mind from that era. And I'm like, why the fuck is that new Tomb Raider game? Where is it? It's so weird we have not seen that yet, right? I mean, well, we've seen a little bit
at Summer Game
but
Fest,
like,
I'm sure.
But like, that remake is supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, the remake's this year.
But like that other one's been in development forever, and we haven't seen like any of it.
I know. I mean, look,
Wow.
Summer Game Fest will probably change that.
I really
Summer
hope that
Game Fest
remake is good.
Yeah, me too. It looks good. I'm excited for it. I'm eager to play. I mean, honestly, any version of Tomb Raider, but it's cool to see.
What is it?
kind of an old
Catalyst
school
is the
version.
new one.
Catalyst, yeah.
That's such a bad subtitle.
I mean, it's just overused. Like it's one of those things that
It's
just
not
gets
good, man. It's not good. Do you think? Make Tomb Raider sick again, please. I don't know.
And we're gonna have that Tomb Raider TV show here pretty soon.
I don't give a shit about that. Whatever. Yeah.
All right.
Dude, I watched that Harry Potter. Sorry, pardon my final thought. Well, I didn't even know about this. I'm not a Harry Potter guy, and I didn't even know they were like making a show. But like,
yeah,
Malia's been reading the books to Henry, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna watch the trailer." I'm like, "Trailer for what?" Like, there's a new Harry Potter show. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And they start playing it, and it's just like the kids again. Like it's like a remake of Harry Potter or something.
They're literally doing a book a season. So there's 7 books, 7 seasons.
That's so weird. They're doing it. It does it feel too soon? They're just.
I mean, a little bit.
Harry Potter makes money.
I thought it was
Amazon
gonna be like a
doesn't give a
spinoff. I thought it was gonna be a spinoff or a sequel or something. It's just.
Can I just say no?
It's
It's
like
not
everyone's
a sequel.
gonna be like comparing the actors. Like, oh, that's no fucking Emma.
That's inevitable.
Watson.
I have not watched this trailer. I just want to say I have not watched this trailer because I'm trying desperately to not let myself watch this trailer because I don't. I want to. If I'm gonna watch this, I want to pirate it. I want to. But
of course, but what I'm saying is like, is there hype behind this? Is there optimism?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I
don't know about optimism. I don't know about optimism, but I know there's. I mean, the thing is, when HBO puts a bunch of money into a thing, people get excited, and rightfully so. So,
it's HBO.
Isn't it kind of funny that like
HBO.
now that it's like as big of a theme park property as it is, that they are doing this remake, but they can't like change the visual style of the world they made for the movies
because of the
theme park? Just looks like, well, I mean, that's got to be part of the reason. Think about how many billions of dollars they spent in building 7 different theme parks for Harry Potter, and it all looks like those movies.
I haven't watched the trailer yet, but do they use the Harry Potter theme music that they established in the movies? Because the theme music is like iconic.
The trailer is actually really basic, like modern day. Like it's a very Force Awakens kind of trailer.
Okay.
But all of the like Wizarding World stuff kind of looks like it did in the movies. Like it's not like this new vision of Harry Potter.
No,
like,
but I mean that's
Snape
that's
is
how
black.
It happens, right? Like fucking
which is gonna make some of that story real weird.
Yeah, that's true. But
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Dumbledore is John Lithgow. That's kind of interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
I know nothing about this. You could really say anything, and I would believe you.
Dude,
actually crazy.
Nick Frost is Hagrid.
John Leguizamo is
that's
what John Leguizamo.
No, I'm just kidding. I was trying to think of like who would like Hermione is played by John Leguizamo.
Dude, Nick Frost and John.
I'd watch that. I'd watch that honestly.
The bag. They went for the bag.
All right, Crispy. Final thoughts.
I'll talk about Marathon. The Cryo Archive finally opened, and that was a thing. And now we know that it's like a weekend only event, so you can only do Cryo Archive runs like Friday to or like Saturday to Tuesday or something like that. But I did one run. It was absolutely terrifying. It was the craziest thing that had happened in that game. So like you need to enter, like you have to have a loadout of like 5,000 credits or more to get in. So you have to have like good gear to get in. You have to be like putting something on the line. You can't do like rook runs. You can't do, sponsor kits. You have to just take your best stuff in there. And it's also fucked up because like it has its own mechanic where okay. Well, let me like the map is not like the other maps. The other maps are all like outside and open and you're kind of moving around and you're rotating like a typical like kind of battle royale or extraction shooter. The marathon is a ship, so you're inside and it's a huge map inside and it's all corridors and chambers and vents and twists and turns and it's confusing as shit. And you're working from like the edges of the area in towards the center and everybody kind of meets in the center around the same time, and then it's a fucking bloodbath. But they also kind of limit how you can move through the ship with this mechanic called security clearance, where like as you're going through the game, as you're going through the map, through the raid, you have to like kill enemies and loot these cards that increase your security clearance. And each like level of security clearance requires a certain number of these cards or a certain number of like hacks or something. So it's like you can't go into this next section until you can open a level 2 door, right? You can't go into this next section until you open a level 3 door, that kind of thing, right? And you're fighting people who are kitted out like crazy. All the bosses have at least like blue gear, which is like the 3rd tier of gear or better. So they're all kitted out like crazy. And then even then, when it's time to extract, you can't just extract. Like you have to already be at a level 3 clearance. You have to be engaging with that new system. And then you have to hack a terminal that'll show you where an extraction point is. You go there, you hack that, and then it says, okay, you have to go to this other point at some random location on the map, and you have 3 minutes to get there. The exfil's firing with or without you in 3 minutes. So then you have to like run through this maze to find the exfil, and it's fucking insane. It's
That sounds like
stressful as
chaos.
hell. I was playing with randos. They ran ahead of me. I got a little bit lost. They stepped in the circle and like did not wait for me. I got there. Like I like was sliding in as they were teleporting out, and then I was stuck on the map alone. And this was the last like 30 seconds of the match. So I was just running through corridors hoping to find something. Couldn't even get to the final exfil in time. I died, lost everything. It was so
Damn.
awful. It was like traumatic as fuck. Now, like I was like playing randos the other night with like people on microphone, and they like started an exfil, and I was like, wait, I'm almost there. Like I just started like freaking out on them, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I've been abandoned before. It was really awful.
I have PTSD from previous.
It's so
extractions.
crazy. And like all of this pressure and this like crazy constraint I'm talking about is before you even get into like the reason why you're actually there, which is like the main goal of that map is to open these eventually be able to open these 7 vaults, right? There are these vaults that you have to get high security clearance, and then you have to get like these cards that you'll loot from other maps, like other runs of other maps, take them into Cryo Archive, open these vaults, and then if you open 6 of them, you have a chance of getting all of the like card items you need to open the 7th vault. And if you open the 7th vault, that's where the Sphit compiler is. That's where like the actual boss is. And then you have to fight that thing, and it is impossibly difficult. It's like the thing that people have been talking about too is like how like they're like it recontextualizes like how powerful the character from the first 3 marathon games were, because like he's just running around killing compilers like left and right, but runners get like absolutely like melted by this thing. It is like a god that is like almost impossible to kill. And it's like people were comparing it to like in Halo, like if you were just like a lowly marine with a magnum and you had to fight a hunter, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just fucked, right? And if you do all that, if you kill the thing, you can loot this like exotic weapon that this is the only way to get it in the game, but it's like a fucking death laser that like now you have a death laser that requires its own like special ammo that you can only get from that vault on the marathon. Like it's insane, and it's it's got that same kind of conversation going that Destiny 2 has gotten a lot, where it's like this content is great, and 90% of the player base is never going to see it because it's too fucking hard to get there. Like, it's so crazy. But
That's not going to stop you from trying.
honestly, like, yeah, honestly, fucking Marathon is sick. It is a masterpiece. This game is so good. Like, I am obsessed
The
with it.
reviews are climbing, man.
I mean, it is definitely one of those ones that people needed to give a minute to cook. But now that, like, you know, now that they have, people are like, oh wow, this is
By the way,
this is a Bungie game in 2026, has a very good rating on Steam. Like, I don't know, that feels
it's unheard of.
That feels vindicating. Like,
I've seen, there's been a couple times where I've come across Jeff Gerstmann tweeting about Marathon, and I giggle a little to myself now every time
yeah,
I see
dude.
that. And
Yeah,
He's been a proponent of Marathon. Like,
I know, that was the thing. Like, Brad last week
Yeah.
or a couple weeks ago was like, Jeff Gerstmann's not he's not playing Marathon. And then Crispy was like, actually, Jeff
Oh, no,
Gerstmann
that was
Crispy's the
me
one
that
who
said
said
that. I was the
Yeah.
one who said that.
Oh,
And somebody
it
else
was
corrected
just
me that, like, no,
yeah.
actually, he's obsessed with it. Like, yeah, I mean,
Oh,
but we were talking about Crimson Desert too. Like, he didn't like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marathon's a triumph. It's maybe not the critical blockbuster that Sony was hoping it would be, but they need to let them keep this game going. They need to let them, like, maintain this. It is a little niche, but it's special.
It's got the
I don't know,
sauce.
man. It's got the sauce.
Sweet.
It's got the sauce.
All right. Chris Davis, final thoughts?
yeah. So first off, again, Game of the Year content is out. Thank fucking God, we're done. We have an assortment of lists. Some lists more hidden than others. But definitely y'all should go watch them,
was a good
especially
touch.
Brad's, especially maybe
That was a
44
good
minutes
touch.
in. Yeah.
Just hunker down for a feature-length film when you
Yeah.
prepare to watch Brad's.
Yep.
But it is good.
Sick.
Yeah. And then second off, pour one out for all the Street Fighter fans who are very upset that they have announced that they are patching the incest out of the Alex content. I am so sorry for your loss, but they're getting rid of the incest.
That was a
it's
thing?
just what they're gonna do. Yeah.
And people are upset about this? Okay. I'm not going to touch that one. I don't know.
Nick's like, why would they be upset?
It's insane.
People on the
It's
internet
insane.
are weird, man.
Yeah, long story short, they added a sub story to the character Alex, who's this wildly anticipated Street Fighter character for 6. And there's a whole subplot about him basically fucking his cousin. I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway,
But now they're step cousins.
yeah, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Street Fighter is weird. And then last thing, I didn't want to do impressions of it today because I just played the demo. But the one thing I've played recently is the demo for Ratcoin, the Blatcher like with the coin drop machine.
Yeah,
I played that. I started playing that at 9:00 last night, and then all of a sudden it was midnight, and I was like, "What? Where did the time go?" And that shit is dangerous, and it has possibilities that really excite me.
When is that
and
coming out?
I mean, I could
This
look.
year?
comes out like this week
Oh,
or like
rest
next
in
week.
peace.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Yeah.
Chris Davis.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
everyone.
if you wanted it in Fantasy Critic, you would have had to have bid on it tonight.
Oh fuck, that's right. God damn it! Shit.
Oh no, you just spoiled his plan.
I was thinking about it, but yeah,
It is really good. It's really good.
I mean,
you should,
it's smooth brain stuff, but it is pretty fun.
its number go up and it goes up really good. So, anyway,
Y'all
that's
sound
me.
like- Y'all sound like addicts. Okay. Let's see. Final thoughts. What are my final thoughts for the week? I saw that Project Hail Mary last week. That movie's fucking excellent. If you haven't watched that yet, you totally should. And speaking another controversial HBO thing, um, building off of the Harry Potter conversation we had a few minutes ago, but there's also some controversies around the latest casting news for The Last of Us season 3, and they did the thing that I was expecting them. I was like, there's no way they're going to do that, but they're probably going to do it, and it's going to be a shitstorm. They fucking announced the casting for Lev, and it's a cis person, and I just like it's like it's teed up for you right there. You know what you got to do. It's not that hard. You know what you got to do. Don't make the obvious mistake that's going to get you fucking dragged through the mud for the next year. But they did. They fucking did.
Sissy
Uh
boy.
so and I'm just like I'm just thinking it's like it didn't have to be this way, and I'm not even saying like the person they cast is a bad choice. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the person, but like that's just, there was
You could have
a
done
right way to
something
do
else
this.
that's a lot better.
There was a right way to do this.
I don't think it's that complicated.
It was an easy setup for like proper representation, and the other choice would have been literally to just be dragged through the mud, which they are going to be dragged through the mud for this choice, rightfully so. Which is going to
I think
take
people
so
are
much.
going to be. I think people are going to be more upset that there's a season 3 of the show.
Oh, come on!
I'm joking.
How dare you?
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm looking
Take that
forward
my
to it,
pitch.
but it is just it's just like it's like softball teed up for you, and you just fucking whiffed it, man. I don't know.
This is 2026, Nick. We ain't doing woke no more, okay?
I mean, the thing is, I mean, the character is probably
People are
still
out
going
there
to
just
be,
saying the R word. Like,
I mean, the character of Lev on the show is still going to be a trans man, but played by a cis actor, and that's just it's.
Do you even know if
awful.
that's true?
Yeah, they announced it. Oh, that it's gonna the character is gonna be a trans man.
Yeah.
I mean, the character, if the character's not a trans character,
it's like what's going on?
What's
with
the
that
point?
character, then?
Like that is the whole arc of that character, and like a huge part of that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come up with some toothless excuse as to like why they were cast out of their community. Like,
Yeah,
when in the
and
game it's like
also-
explicitly because of like that.
If they came out and said, "Oh, we hired a cis actor because we're changing the character and it's not a trans character anymore," then it becomes okay. That's a whole different conversation that we still need to have. Why are you doing that? It's like that doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
It's
with
just
you,
a different
That
kind of
can't be-
awful.
That can't be what
There was no
dude.
alien at the end of the Watchmen movie.
Yeah,
That's a deep cut, and that.
yeah.
I mean, you make a good point. You know what? You know what was a really great HBO show? Watchmen. I want to go back and watch that
You know
again.
what?
That was a
That was
great
really
fucking
good.
show.
I'm gonna agree with you there.
That was a good show.
Yeah, I
That was a
agree with
great
you as
show.
well. That was a really good show.
Um,
I'm
And
sad that
they
there
had
was
the
not more of
balls
it.
to do the squid. You know,
Yeah.
they had
Yeah.
the ball.
anyways, yeah, that's my final thoughts for the week, guys. And we have reached the end of our show. Thanks again to everybody who tunes in live on twitch.tv/4Player Podcast every Thursday night for these recordings. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate everybody out there who subscribes to the show. Again, last reminder, if you want to check out our Game of the Year content, it is out there and ready for your consumption. You can also find us in Discord at discord.gg/4player. We will be back next week to talk about more video games. In the meantime, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.
All right.
What are we? 869.
869 B.
God, that Legacy of Kain game looks like ass.
Don't look at it anymore, Brad. Don't look at it. Man, fuck.
No,
now I want to play Monster Hunter. What? I'm still playing Death Stranding 2. Oh my god.
I mean,
How
dude,
far
it's
along are
not
you in
going-
DS2?
It's not going anywhere.
I'm
Nick.
still in chapter 9.
I'm sure Crispy would appreciate it if he bought it on Steam.
Crispy,
Huh?
does Death Stranding 2 event I think there's like 17 chapters in Death Stranding 2, but I'm starting to feel like they're telling me that I'm getting close to what is technically the end game.
Oh, like what's the point of no
They're
return? Is
like
that what you're asking?
you've connected like 85% of the map or whatever of the chiral network. So, and they're saying things like, make sure you're ready before you proceed. And I'm like,
There is like not really a real point of no return. There is a soft point of no return where like for a while you won't have access to the ship. So
there was a time when I didn't have access to the ship because it got like fucked up in the tar currents. Is that what you're talking about?
I think so.
I already did that.
Okay. Then you should be good until you actually like go
I'm
through
just
the
kind of
gate.
half expecting like chapters 10 through 17 to be like rapid fire chapters. Because
Well,
I,
a few of the last chapters are mostly like self-contained or like cutscene or something like that. You know, like the first game.
yeah.
But there isn't. I don't. Let me I don't
You know,
remember exactly how. Because I don't remember there being like a hard point of no return until you were like, "Oh, this is definitely the point of no return."
Yeah.
Like if you haven't completely connected Australia yet, you should still be okay.
did you know
Think.
that Anna Gunn has voiced? Yeah, I didn't even realize it, but she's voiced a character in the Legacy of Kain series since the beginning, and it was weird seeing like the
Are you talking about Anna
documentary.
Gunn
Like,
from Breaking Bad? Is that
yeah,
am
it's
I
the only
thinking of the
Anna
right
Gunn
person?
I know. But it's weird to see like this docu series, or I mean docu series, this behind the scenes video, and seeing all the voice actors, and I'm like, wait, that's the woman from Breaking Bad. Like, oh,
Main Order 43.
she wasn't featured as much in the documentary styles behind the scenes stuff in the past, but I think because she's maybe the most successful
She's the
actor,
biggest name attached to the project
the
now
biggest
because of
name
Breaking
attached
Bad.
to the project now, maybe because of Breaking Bad. I thought that
Makes
thought
sense.
that was funny.
What was the last station you connected, Nick? How far
Oh
have you gotten?
god.
All right, I gotta go to bed. Bye.
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 Oh god. I think I'm in the like if you're talking about main orders, I'm in 40 something.
Okay, 43 is the one where you can't move the Magellan after, but you can still do whatever you want.
I mean, it's fine. I'm just like at this point I'm like I'm going to start really digging into the infrastructure and connecting everything and
Have you
doing all
gotten
that
like
stuff.
some pretty big reveals in the story?
Some yes, but I still feel like I'm kind of teetering on the edge of like the real reveals. Like I'm starting to find like I still don't know what the fuck is going on with Lou. Like I'm still,
Okay. Okay.
but I'm getting
Okay.
close.
Well, we won't talk about it anymore.
I'm very excited. I love this game so much. It's so good.
Not to suggest steering you away from Death Stranding 2.
But you're gonna.
I know how much you enjoyed Dying Light the Beast last year.
I did.
That may or may not have been on your Game of the Year list.
Let me
It may or
suggest
may
this
not have been.
inferior product to you.
They evidently just today released a huge update for it called Restored Land.
Oh, Nick, you're gonna go back for an update to Dying Light the Beast?
I'm gonna send you the link to this. You can read this on your own time. But there's actually some interesting things here.
Listen to what? Listen to what how he thinks Nick is gonna spend his gaming time. Sure. Okay, Chris Davis. Okay. Okay.
Send away.
There you go. Send in Discord.
Right. I'm also gonna go too. But good
Me
show.
too. It's bedtime.
Love
Thanks,
y'all.
guys.
Have a good
Love
night.
you too.
Bye.